Hello everyone. We have an interesting stream today because I want to use everything. I want to try a really big archiving bonanza kind of thing today, because with the addition of the CZUR scanner here, it's actually a lot easier to get through some stuff. So I kind of want to do that, and it looks like all right, a couple of things here. There's someone, okay, I gotta, you guys are already starting some things here. First off, audio's good now, right? Now that I'm talking, sounds like it's good because you guys are having some things going on there beforehand. So first off, hello Leo, 82309, since it's your first time chatting. Grisgore, thank you for the Prime sub and for the 5th month in a row. There was, I think someone else too, but it's not showing me here. So, all right, HFrox redeemed change keyboard. That is going to be extremely difficult during this stream for a number of reasons. We'll take a look at that in a little bit once I switch over to Linux, because at the moment I'm currently running Windows, and that complicates things for the keyboard I had picked out already and it's set up. So we'll get to that in a moment. And Python calculator is banned now, which is extra easy not to do in Windows since I don't even think I have Python installed. So yeah, that's an external CD-ROM drive because modern computers just don't come with CD-ROM drives anymore. It's really annoying. Ohms X80, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for the 2nd month. So it's actually, if I had a optical bay in this laptop, I would have removed the disk drive anyway, so I could have added a SATA hot swap bay so I could plug my SSDs into it from recording. So kind of is moot anyway. But yeah, the external drive we will be using. So okay. Wasn't expecting to have a hype train at the beginning of the stream, but all right. I'm going to be taking questions about the CZUR at the beginning of the stream here before we get started, because I figure you guys might have some, since it was a sponsored video, and you might wonder what I left out. The reality is I didn't leave out much. So I just figured if you guys had any questions, I would try and answer them. The only real thing I can think of that was like a negative thing that I left out is that the this thing supposedly has Windows XP drivers, and they don't work. So it's actually impossible to use this thing on Windows XP, which, you know, you think like, oh, who cares, it's XP, but it says it would work on XP, so it's a little disappointing that it doesn't. Additionally, the CD with the drivers that I was so excited to see doesn't even have XP compatible drivers on it that don't work, because there's a text file on the CD that just says download the Windows XP drivers, which is idiotic. If you're going to put drivers on an old media format, why wouldn't you put the old drivers on the old media format? But just whatever. See, is there any way to use it without Windows? Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. I'm actually going to be setting a timer for 45 minutes after the introductory question period here to try and get it working on Linux. It'll work on Mac, so there you go. It definitely works on Mac. Well, I haven't tried it. I don't have a new enough Mac to be worth trying it on, because yeah, they have Mac drivers. But the problem is, I'll just give you all the basic rundown. The software runs in Wine, and the camera shows up as a UVC device, and I can play it in VLC. I can see stuff going on with it. The problem is connecting the application running in Wine and the UVC video device. There's some kind of problem with Wine where it doesn't work. So we're gonna see if we can make that work, but I'm not optimistic. So yeah, that's the thing. There are no Linux drivers, which isn't too surprising. So DDT 2005, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for the 5th month. Wow. Get older drivers from the website? Yeah, that might be possible. The thing about the XP drivers is that I think it needs a copy of Visual C++ redistributable, but they don't say what one that you need, so I don't know what to install. And I have a suspicion that they're building it against a version of Visual Studio or Visual C++ that is too new to run on Windows XP. So I think they've got a requirement that cannot be met on XP. That's my guess, because I tried an all-in-one installer for Visual and it did not work. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, USB video, yeah, it's kind of a pain. Only a UVC device or also a HID device? I'm not sure, Helen Croft, because the only thing that I think that this can do as far as interactivity back with the computer is turn on the laser lines, but I bet there's like a UVC control exposed to turn those on. We're going to experiment with that once we boot into Linux here. I'm in Windows right now because I wanted to do like a quick walkthrough of some other stuff here. Let's see. How does it work on badly damaged glossy documents? Is my Nova 2 software manuals in very poor condition? So do I have anything like that? Oh, I got all sorts of garbage Byte magazines. Let me go grab one and we can take a look at that. I'll grab my 1983 January issue, which is the most water damaged one I have. So let's take a look at that. In general, I would say its strong suit is not color. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, Welsh Boy 2008, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for the 2nd month. See, the classic VC lib dependency. It sounds like you know something about that, Ohms, so I'm a little excited you're here, because I tried to get it working and I couldn't get it working, but I wasn't able to dedicate a bunch of time to it. See, I think everyone's renew date is around this week, pretty much. Let's see. Hype train success. Okay. Let's see. HID would be for the buttons. Oh, the buttons are on device. They only control things on device, so they don't actually go back to the software at all. Well, I guess there's the picture take button, but again, I could see there being a UVC protocol for that. So yeah. All right, let's see, how well does it work for with full color art books? Well, you'll see that kind of. So yeah, I bet if you have to, well, let me just do this real quick. Chat's gonna be a little harder for me to see here for a moment. Okay, so let me do this. Let me cover this part first, okay? Because this is gonna go away and then it's gonna be kind of problematic. So the OCR that's phenomenal in this software, all right, turns out you can utilize it for anything. So I was able to load in the JPEGs that we scanned with the ADF, and I was able to export a PDF of those JPEGs with the OCR, and it is, again, phenomenal. I mean, look at, we have the registered symbol, the 2 different types of quotes. It nailed the different processors there, which have zeros and O's, and it's just, wow, it worked really, really well again. So yeah, we can use the CZUR software for OCR on the ADF scan stuff, so that's pretty sweet. All right, now I'm going to create a new project, confirm, I think, cancel. You know what, I'm not sure how to start like just a new project, so you know what, we're just gonna go to the scanner so that I can demonstrate some stuff. So, okay, here is 1983 byte. This one is pretty badly damaged. It's doing not so great. So, wanted to see an example of this being done. So here we go. So first off, none of the lights on this are on at the moment, and I do have a lot of filming lights in here. So let me turn that off. Okay, so now the only lights are on are in the other side of the room. These lights are not on, so I can press the button on the unit to turn on its onboard lights. So yeah, the OCR is really impressive. So those are the lights that are right by the camera, which means we're gonna get a lot of reflection directly on it. So if I turn those off, we'll turn on the ones on the rear, and there we can see how we can get a mostly reflection-free image. So it's going to depend on the warping of the magazine, whether or not that works. Now, let's see, you don't have any reason or ideas how to fix it. It's just a common dependency with many different versions, and I do have some experience with installers not bundling the correct one themselves. Oh, VC, yeah, okay. Yeah, that does become a problem. See, is it possible that the OCR is open source libraries? I have no idea. As far as I can tell, Tesseract is like the only open source OCR library. So if it's not that, which I don't think it is based on how it doesn't use that much CPU, I don't know what it is. So now it's interesting, it does look a lot better with the filming lights. And the way that I have the filming lights set up, they should work as far as not causing reflections. That actually looks a lot better. But the thing is when you read the manual for this thing, it specifically tells you that you don't want like room lights that are super duper bright because it can overwhelm the laser scanning line thing. So yeah, I don't know if this will work, but we can try it. Although we do get that's pretty bad. So maybe if I turn this off, turn that back on, yeah, that is better as far as that goes. All right, let's try this. Someone asked about the finger caught things. I bet that there's zero chance that will work correctly with complicated stuff like that. There's just, the data's gonna be gone. There's no way for it to work. So, yeah. From looking at the product page, I think it's using ABBY's OCR software. Is it? That's what that is? All right, well, if that's true, then I know that has, I think that's like the only other open source OCR stuff, so I may have to look into that. Huh. So let's see, you've been looking in the general chat on Discord, repricing my latest project, currently reforming 600 volt 10 UF capacitors. Whoa. At once while this stream is running smoothly, so hopefully it'll be done by the end. Wow, that's a lot of capacitor. So okay, so first off here, this magazine's just gonna stay open right there. You wouldn't need the finger cots. Let me see, I think there's some more badly damaged pages in the rear. I don't know, maybe the internal pages aren't that bad. I don't know, in general, I would say, because of just how you have to light something like this, I forgot who asked about the warped pages, but generally, if you have any curves going vertically, you know, this direction, you're going to introduce shadows or highlights. So that's going to be a problem no matter what. I really don't know what a good, man, that thing is awesome. Whoa, holy moly. I just noticed what we were on. Dude, that thing's got like a printer built in right underneath the monitor where it's got 2 floppy drives. Holy moly, I want one of those. What? Let me turn on the lights here. That thing is incredible. runs DOS? Dude, that thing rocks. I gotta hold on. I got an eBay search to make here. Hold on. What is it? A BMC IF 800? Is that what this weird thing is? Is that what we're going with? I guess. Dude, that thing is crazy. Why are there buttons on the screen? Dude, man, that thing is awesome. Quick, someone bite break it. We got a bite break going on right here. It's an impromptu bite break. I didn't even have to, like, have it redeemed. BMC IF 800. There's no way there's any on eBay, but I'm just going to start a search that'll remind me to look it up later. Save this search. Confirm. Okay. Hello, Vital Knieve. Yeah, they use ABBYY for OCR? Okay. Oh, it's commercial software. Oh, okay. That explains it. See, I love how even one demonstration can be easily distracted by old computer ad. Yeah. So you just kind of got 17. Wow, different VC libs. Okay. Man. At first I thought it was USB video or video codec or protocol or whatever. I thought that's what you were talking about at first. So that was why I was more excited, because I was hoping to get the software working on Linux. Okay, that thing's cool. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how well it's going to work for that, but let's try this. I'm going to take a picture here with the room lights on, and we'll see if the laser can actually scan and correct. So I have no idea. Wow, that is super duper curved. It's kind of problematic just for seeing the text. So left side might be a little tricky. Okay, hardly we're gonna hope the BMC computer is not made by the same company who made BMC cars. I don't know. I mean, that thing looks pretty sweet. But I did a full review of that system on May 1982, page 62. It's an Oki. Oh, it's an Oki? Dude, that's awesome. That, I believe they started out as typewriters, so they managed to transition into computers. That is so cool. I want one of those. Wow, that thing rocks. Anyway, let's take this picture. So it is slightly rotated. We want to avoid that because that is one thing it does not distortion correct, is rotation. At least not like that. Okay, double page, boom, scan. Let's see what we get. I don't know how well this will work. It looked like it worked nearly perfectly. Okay, so it might be an option to use your own lighting. That looks so good. Forgive the reflection. I mean, I can't do anything about that. So the thing is, if we look here, these red lines are literally the red lines that are the laser correction. Those are actually there. When we, like, if we, here, let me do this. What is that Bay Technical Association's thing, in the corner? It's a serial port, expands a single RS-232 port into 4 individual ports with port selection and baud rate. Yeah, I think it's just one of those printer switches, but old. That's what it seems like. There's a spooler model, though. I think that's the kind that can buffer commands. What was I getting at here? Oh yeah, the laser lines are real. If we go to here and you really quickly, if you watch it, you pay attention, you can actually see it. Actually, I'm just going to turn off the lights. All the lights. No lights. Make it really work for this. If you pay attention, you'll see the laser lines. Yeah. So it can do that. Oh, that's hilarious. That'll be kind of interesting, actually. Let's see what that looks like with the lights off. Whoa, it tried on there. But if we look at the auxiliary connection, there you can see the laser lines very, very clearly. So if you have lights that are too bright, they can overpower that. But that's something you could play around with. So Yeah, I might actually try it with and without the on-unit lights just to see. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, so that's that. Okay. Were there any other questions about this thing? What are the lines for? So Tyler Hoot, the lines, I don't know if you've seen the video that I released yesterday, but if we adjust the laser lines here, so it will put points along here that I can't really see. There we go. So you can kind of, oh, let me do this. Please work. There we go. This is actually slightly difficult. The window is not resizable. That's another problem with this thing. So this right here, this curve, this is something I am adjusting. That is how it does the distortion correction for the pages being curved. Like the book is sitting open and it's not just completely flat. It lifts up and then goes down. So these lasers are done at a 45-degree, the camera stands upright, the lasers come out at a 45-degree angle, which means that there is a difference between the position that the lasers come down and what the camera sees from the top. So these are always going to show they'll give it a way of triangulating the 3D surface of the paper so that it can do flattening correction. So if we go back to the page that is not horrifically darkened, that it can actually see, cancel these. Actually, this one looked really good. You can see it applied the lines to the paper. The camera that's on top looks straight down, so it can't see what the curvature is. But the laser lines coming at it from an angle can actually tell what the difference is. Yeah, it is simple, but the implementation is something that has to be thought through and planned. You cannot do single position laser scanning. That's why you must have this L shape as well. At the very least, you could just have a bar on top with laser lines coming in from the side, but you have to have 2 points to do it. So, but that's what it's for. But okay, I think if no one else has any other questions, we will reboot into Linux and try getting this working there, which is probably going to be futile, which is why I'm going to set a 45-minute timer. That's it, no more. Oh, you know what? I just remembered I didn't hit send on my Discord notification that I was going live, and I've had people wishing that I would actually notify more on there. So boom. And there we go. Discord fully notified. So, okay. Does that mean it's change keyboard time? We can change keyboard. Yeah. So we can do that. See, maybe check device manager real quick. What do we want to see in device manager? I can do that. Device manager. Let's see what we got. It's super tiny because it's not well scaled windows. So we can see cameras. Here we go. CZUR. So there we go. Driver, details, events. If it is only UVC, I'm pretty sure it is. Mr. Happy 404, thank you for the 2,500 bits. Wow. Also, since it's your first time chatting, hello. But thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, it says USB video device. I don't know. Select the camera, then select device by connection view menu. It does claim to be using the generic Microsoft driver. Okay, view device by connection. And it is USB composite device. So yeah, also it has a microphone for some reason. Anything under HID. Okay, we can look at that. Let's see, where is HID? HID, that's probably the mouse. Yeah, I really think it's full UVC. From what I tested on Linux, yeah, only video and audio, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so now let's go ahead and reboot to Linux. So, boom, boom. And hello, David. Let's see. Should have shown up by the connection tree if there was more. Yeah. So, all right. Well, can you do a mic test with it? I don't know. I don't know if I even have software to easily record audio with it. Violin, we were poking around with the CZUR book scanner that I reviewed in yesterday's video a bit on Windows, and the router fan is on. I have not dropped any frames, according to OBS. So yeah, we're in Windows because the drivers are only for Windows. We're going to see if we can get it to work in Linux in a moment here. We're probably not going to be able to and have to go back to Windows, which is going to complicate my whole setup here. But yeah. See, if it had hid, it would show next to the camera by view. Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'm going to reboot to Linux. So let's get started on that. And, oh, cool. Of course, there's an update. I will just shut down. Actually, I can do restart. There we go. All right. Let me get the magazine out of here. And while that's going on, hold shift means that it does not save the hibernated state, which will make it so that the hard drive partition, whatever, can be read by other file systems or other operating systems. It might also skip the updates. I don't know, but that's what I mostly use the shift menu for. While this is booting, which is really not going to take that long, I wanted to mention real quick, I got my 8-inch cleaning discs. Floppydisks.com did send them. The P.O. box lost them for a week, but that's, you know, a different problem. I want to make it clear that floppydisks.com, though, did not have the problem. Matter of fact, they are awesome because I ordered 3 and they sent me 6. So I have 6 8-inch cleaning discs now. So we can start imaging 8-inch discs with abandon and not have any issues at all. We are primed and ready with cleaning media now. So I'm pretty excited. And these are really weird, like beige gray sleeves. Those are cool. The black ones are even weirder though, because they're not like normal disc sleeves. I think you're supposed to wet the back and then you have to punch out this part, and that's how you can keep track that they're used or not. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, each kit comes with 2 discs. Well, I don't know, it said he hand wrote plus 3 free. So I don't know. Maybe that's why. I don't know. See, holding shift on the menu should give the... Oh, yeah, for restart, it will do that. So, the black ones are for single-sided drives. Oh, so I can't use the black ones. Okay, that kind of sucks. Because I don't have single-sided drives. Actually, wouldn't that be, like, extra bad on a single-sided drive? Hold on. So you'd put it up like that. The head is on the bottom on single-sided drives, isn't it, usually? Because on my Commodore PET drives, punch-out is for used on a double-sided drive. Okay, that makes perfect sense, because then the felt pad doesn't touch the top. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, got it. All right, I'm all there. So both can be used with either, but those are better left unpunched for single-sided. Got it. Single-sided head is bottom, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So now we can clean the drives and feel a little bit more confident about not damaging discs. It also came with fluid, which I was not expecting. So now there's that. The fluid is apparently more complicated. Contains fluorocarbons and isopropyl alcohol. I don't know what the fluorocarbon is all about, but I'm just used to using isopropanol. Let me real quick show you this white television while I type in my password over here to log into the laptop. And there we go. See, I thought you had a single-sided... Oh, I do have the SA800s. That's right. I just haven't been using them, so I didn't really think about it. Yeah, okay. But if you take the punch out, you can't use a single-sided drive anymore. No, not without, like, taping over it or something, which I'm pretty sure I could do. Okay, so... we're changing keyboard. Hopefully this works out well. I was using a Keychron K8, which I will no longer be. It was working fine, and really oddly here, I couldn't use this in Windows because it wasn't paired to Windows, but it would have made sense more to use it in Windows because I am going to be using a Microsoft Comfort keyboard here. After mentioning that these are not super common, I remember to have one of these. So this is a slightly curved Microsoft keyboard that is Bluetooth, but not only is it a curved Bluetooth keyboard, it also has a touchpad built in for a mouse. So these are left and right click. This is touchpad, or flip it over, now it's arrow keys. Because this is meant to be like the ultimate media center couch keyboard from Windows Vista era. You would be able to launch directly into the Windows Media Center and with that button for like live DTV recordings to be played back, or watch TV live and then control your media. You know it's meant for live TV because there is a record button right there. This is just from a completely different era, and it's pretty sweet. I really like this thing. So I will go ahead and turn it on here. I think that was on, or is that one on? I don't remember. One of these is on. There we go. So now it should, yep, it is connected to my laptop over here. So we can do, boom. All right, there we are, connected. See, reprogram the Media Center button to be your Google Home so it doesn't have to listen to you all the time. Well, there is a, oh, that, yeah, I guess I could. There is a home key that I can do right there, which would take me to Google, so that's a thing. So they hacked Media Center installer to work on Windows 10. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know you could still get it at all. But yeah, here's the other thing. If we go to capture, laptop, and then I will switch you over to here. So if I bring this up here, you can see this will control the mouse, although, oh, the mouse is off to the side. Hold on, here we go. So that controls the mouse, tap to click, but also I can do right click on the other side. So yeah, this thing is cool. I like this thing. It's really dumb, but it's cool. So I'm still going to use a real mouse because I don't want to be held back by it. But I forgot that I had this. I should have been using this, not my Air mouse, for my VGA capture PC. This makes so much more sense. So anyway, let's go ahead and launch the CZUR scanner app, which just works on Linux. Like, I didn't have to do anything weird. Logitech K400. One moment. Now that sounded familiar. This is a K480, so it's not quite the same. The K480 is kind of interesting though. I think this may have been one of the first Bluetooth products that has selectable link IDs. So I mentioned that before. I really like that feature. It's part of why I own that. Not interested in the tablety nature of it. So let's see here. Curious Mark has had a Play or similar scanner. Yes, Manjanko Tech. Curious Mark has reviewed this exact scanner. So what we're gonna do here is we'll just click the scan button, which should try and connect to the scanner, and it won't. So it can never find the scanner. But if I, let me do this real quick. Here, I'll just close these both. So if we open VLC, boom, we can go to video capture and we can see CZUR right there. And there it is. That's the camera. I don't know that that's full resolution. So there might be something weird going on, or maybe that is. I don't know. 18 megapixels is not amazing, and I'm not sure how it does it. It might be like super sampling or something. So start the scanner app as root. You know, that's not a bad idea. I just kind of assume usually that like GUI applications usually have root access. Oh yeah, start the timer. Yeah. 45-minute timer.
All right, 45 minutes.
There we go.
And we're starting now.
No, David, this is the Windows application running on Wine. Yeah. See, curious, do you have an OG Logitech G11 or G15? I have a G15. It's currently at home for no particular reason other than I just remember seeing it at home. So, yeah. MX Anywhere, IDS. So, okay. Yeah. So... All right, if it works with root, you may need to set up UDEV to allow access. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, there we go. I would like to do a V4L control command here as well, just to see what it has exposed. So let's see what we can find there. V4L. Actually, I probably haven't. No, I do have that installed. Why do I have that installed? CTL. So let's do info device. So we're going to use -D. You know what? I didn't pay attention to which one it is, but we'll figure it out. -D dev video. So there's 3 of them for some reason. Weird. Okay. So let's do, is there info? Can I print show device, show driver info? Maybe list. -L. Okay, let's do that. -L. It'll probably tell me what the device is anyway. Okay. 2. Perfect. There we go. Those all look like features that this thing has. So, okay. 1 might be, or 0 is webcam. There we go. I bet 0 is webcam. So this is 2. Okay. I want to see if I can turn on the laser lines. That's what I want to do. Because if I can turn those on, so you can get at the device, but maybe the raw USB interface is not accessible. See, yeah, so I'm using the video device block. That's what this is. So let me make this a little bigger, and I can zoom in the text, and you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So what I have here is V4L control allows you to change the video settings. These are not always fully exposed by applications like OBS, so this is the better way to do this if you want. So what I want to see here is if there is a light, a flash option or something to turn on: brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, white balance, temperature auto, gamma, power line frequency, white balance, sharpness, backlight compensation, I believe. No, I don't know what that is. Exposure auto, exposure priority auto. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these is being incorrectly used to turn on the laser line cell. So, the Dark Mage 6, thank you for the Prime sub. So, okay, I want to set some of these and just see what happens. We can open VLC too, actually, and see if we get results. I could try changing the exposure dramatically and see if we get a response in VLC. Video capture, CZUR, okay. So let's try and change brightness. Let's just go back up to here. So the backlight compensation looks promising. Yeah, that might be it. So let's see, -C, okay. So we're gonna do -C. We're going to set, let's set hue to something weird. Let's set hue to 100. So there's my hand. Boom. All right, it may have ignored it. Hue is now set to 100. So the hue may not work. Or this is actually not 2. Can we see which device it is here? General. Oh, it's 0. Okay, so I just messed up my webcam, it turns out. Okay, so this thing is 0. Weird. Why is this 0 and not the internal webcam? Okay, so these are our options. So that's weird. It has focus controls, because here's the thing that I did not mention in the video. I just realized you can't see the scanner. Check this out. So one of the things that can kind of be a pain about this is, say you have something small like this box, all right, and you want to make a scan of that. Well, because it doesn't take up the full frame, you're losing out on some resolution, but it does actually autofocus, so you can bring it up closer and get an effectively higher DPI. So I'm thinking for small books and stuff that I'll put a platform underneath of the mat to raise the whole thing up, and that should allow it to have an effectively higher DPI. So I think that's a thing. But all right, let me put this behind that for now, and then we'll do that. So, okay, these are our controls. Okay, this is, So, exposure auto priority. What can we set here? So let's do 0. Let's flip all the flags. So white balance component auto is currently set to 1. So let's set that to 0. That's a big, long, complicated thing. 0. No change that I can see. Double check it changed. It did not change. Weird. Okay. When that backlight compensation mess up? Ooh, lifetime warranty. See, non-standard controls may be exposed through custom interface. Yeah, it's possible that they're instead of the V4L. So the white balance is 23,000. I bet that that's mostly meaningless. Minimum is 12,000. Yeah, so value is 0. That's weird. That could be how the lasers are turned on. I don't know. I'm assuming that if you're designing a weird thing to use software and you want to make it as simple as possible, hardware like this, you would have interpret a standard command so you don't have to create your own custom fancy driver, and then you can use that to control it. So that's how I would design it. So that's why I'm wondering, okay, we did not make a change yet. I would like to see making any kind of change anywhere. See, exposure auto, let's set that to 1. It was 0. Ooh, failed invalid argument. Max 3. Okay, 3. Why is L? Exposure underscore auto. Okay. That should be valid. Let's see. I meant, wouldn't raising the platform mess with the laser projection? Oh, I don't know. That is very true, actually, now that you mention it. Oh. Well, it's worth testing. Might try around with that. You can do USB capture in Wireshark, so capture what it's doing in Windows, see what it's doing to replicate. Yeah, that's really complicated, though. That's like trying to fix, you know, Wireshark is a whole other level. That's, yeah. Okay, you want me... All right, Ellis, let's do what Manjanko Tech wants here. First off, let me, really quick, open... Oh, no. Give me a moment here. I'm going to open Twitch chat on the laptop. That way I can actually see without having to look over. Where is Firefox? Kind of sucks having the orb in the middle of the keyboard be the only Windows key. Because it is just way off in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Now, laptop capture. Okay, so you want the product inventor ID. Okay, so let's get that first. LS USB. This is, oh yeah, I don't need to be running the mouse off of that. So SunPlus UVC chipset, okay. That is what we're looking for. So we're gonna do a -V and a -D. Boom, okay. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's pop that into less, okay. Okay, device class, miscellaneous device, interface association, Okay, subclass, video interface collection. Okay. Camera sensor. Processing. Video control. Video interface. Oh man, uncompressed. I'm not familiar with this output, so I don't know how to interpret this. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. Does it support both uncompressed and MJPEG? That's weird. Oh, this is bad. The Windows 98 lap PC has frozen. Uh-oh. Probably got to reprogram the script to control my GPIB. Ah, that sucks. So we have video and audio, it looks like, which we knew about. Again, the mic is right here. It's on the front. There's a little hole. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's just right there for some reason. I don't know why it has a mic. They have aspirations that you're gonna throw this thing into presenter mode and then use it over like Skype or something. I don't or Zoom or whatever. So yeah, that's a thing. So all right, that's strange. There is a mic on this. Yeah. So yeah, I've got good caps at 467, just not a 600 yet. Yeah. Okay, so far, it doesn't look like there was a custom interface. Yeah, that looked like it was all probably standard. So, all right, let's try exposure auto priority. Because so far I haven't been able to change anything with it. Set that to 1. No change. And it doesn't reflect the change for anything there. Chipset has mic support, so throw it in because they want to use it in the feature list. Yeah, I guess. See, auto focus absolute. Min max is all 0, so that's like a thing. Let's do focus auto. Focus underscore auto, and after that we've tried all the things. Yeah, nothing. So I will really quick, just in case, I will open OBS. Whoa. And then I will add a V4L device. It is, yeah, the hue setting worked on the laptop camera. So that's a thing. I was able to successfully change that. All right. Now we have these options in OBS, so we can play around with them and see if that changes anything. So white balance. Hold on, do I have something held here? Why does it just drag the window? Stop it. Click, click. Okay, focus auto, nothing. Exposure auto, nothing. Click, click. Nope. 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 Would it help to change keyboards? I might. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I think it's moving when I think every single one of these doesn't have an option to change these settings, so there may not be anything for it to do there, so I don't know. See, resolution. Let's do that. See what that's like. I think it doesn't like it. 1920 by 1080. Okay. Well, that looks way better there, at least. So, see, sliders don't work because they can't be changed yet, because the min and max was all like one value. Frame rate. Okay. Color range. Yeah, that's an OBS thing. We can do YV422. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so they can look pretty good then. I wonder if one of these settings like turns on the lasers. That'd be hilarious. Like if 640 by 480, then lasers. All right, well there is fairly high resolution at 422, so that's a thing. All right. Just use the scanner as a desk cam for streaming. Yeah, really. So, all right, let's abandon this. We're not gonna figure out how to trip the laser lines. The only reason I was that interested is to see if there's any open source software that could then utilize the things. I don't know. Okay, let's figure out a way potentially of getting this working with wine. First off, we wanted to run the software as root. So let me do that. I made a mistake of right-clicking dolphin. So now we get to wait, because it's gonna freeze everything. I will do this for, that was wrong. There we go, I'm back. Yeah, was there something else I was gonna mention? I feel like there was. I can't remember what it would have been. Is this gonna cooperate now? Not yet. It'll get there eventually. Here's a fun thing. I fixed that camera before the stream started. That GoPro shut off. The one that's up there, that's annoying. That scene also silenced the audio. Yeah, the black one. This is worse than right-clicking on a file in Windows. Yeah, this is the problem. I know what the problem is. It's my fault. I have a WireGuard connection to my server at home, and there are Samba mount shares that are run through it. When it's not connected, if I try and do some things with Dolphin, it'll crash stuff. It doesn't like that. So that's my fault. Okay, it's back. And I will just, for my own sake, go ahead and connect it now. I have to manually connect it because for some reason I can't get Wireshark to work both on the same network and on remote networks with the same configuration. But there we go. Now we're good. So go back to this. So we're going to try and run this as root, I guess. Let me, properties, what's the application? Here we go. So we're going to run this command, copy, in a root terminal. So sudo su, that was not quite correct. And I will just pull this over here. Okay. Go ahead and make it bigger. Pop that in there. Okay. So if I run that, what? Root was just denied? Huh? That's weird. Okay. Let's just run it with sudo, I guess. Huh. Maybe I'll run sudo for the wine stable command then. Oh, really? That does not kill it. Okay. One thing that sucks about this keyboard is that all of the function keys are capacitive along the top. Sudo su dash, is that L or I? I can't tell. One moment, let me drag. Okay, thank you. Root don't have wine prefix? Yeah, I don't know. See, hold on here. Control L. So sudo dash L. Yeah, I don't know if the environment command there is messing it up. What just happened? Let's see, on Windows I've got something similar to drag a file from Explorer and happened to cross the disconnected Samba share. Yeah, and it'll hang. Yes, it's very similar to that. It does not want to work. Sudo. Oh. Sorry. Boom. Boom. Weird. How about this? Yeah. That's a weird one. There's another option, maybe -H. First, let me do this. Let me run sudo before the wine stable command. Cannot find, nope, no, that does not work. Okay, so let's try sudo here -h. Wine is not owned by you. I thought that was like the whole point of -h. It was to have root, but with your user settings. It's wine itself complaining, not bash, so it's not a root issue. Oh, yeah, it's the wine prefix thing. I mean, I have to have the wine prefix configured or else it won't know where the software is. So it's kind of like well, maybe not if I just run wine stable, because that's the default wine prefix. So maybe if I just do that. Cannot find C Windows command start.exe. What? Is that a permission thing? Maybe -h that? That's very annoying. Yeah, I'll copy that. Let's do sudo cp-r.wine to root. Boom. Okay. Yeah, and ch own it all. Yeah. Okay. Sudo su cd pwd double check. Yep. Okay. Ch. Yeah, actually, ch. It was really weird to run chown without sudo first, but I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be that root dot wine. Boom. Okay. Maybe now. And I will change this to root. And I will, I guess I can leave this as root. Here. Root. Boom. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna have to type in my serial key, I think. Skip. Maybe not. No, that was just for the installer. It's actually a serial key on the bottom of the scanner that I now realized I probably showed in the video. Oops. But yeah, you have to actually activate the software, but the key is on the bottom of the thing. It's okay. Moment of truth. Nope. That's a no. So, yeah, wine and the thing, just again, missing the connection there. Huh. Yeah. Also, 1010, hello, since it's your first time chatting. Root, chown, wine, sudo. Will someone please speak English? I'm speaking Linux, I'm sorry. Let's see. Wine itself, complaining, not bash, so it's not a root issue. Root's wine C drive is in a different folder, yeah. Does wine have access to the hardware? I don't know. Now we can run wine config for root, actually. So let's try that. Confirm. So now we will run Control L. Okay, hold on. We're going to do the environment there, and then I will just run wine CFG. How is the CZUR? It's pretty good. I don't know if you follow me on YouTube as well, but I just released a video going over it. It was a sponsored video, but genuinely everything I said there is what I feel. So it wasn't like compromised. Why is it wine-CFG? Because it won't let me tab complete. Huh. You know, let's just do. You do? Okay. Wine CFG. Okay, let's run this. So yeah, I think you'd have to forward a USB dev to wine somehow. Yeah, I have no idea how that works. Libraries, graphics, drives, audio, output, voice input. That's a lot of stuff. Voice input. Well, I can get USB audio from this. That's why I have a Win 10 VM. Yeah, I know. It'd just be really nice to not have to do that. I could give it audio from it, apparently. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Need LSW? Yeah, really. I would actually pay for a copy of Windows to do that with. I very much would. The other way around is not acceptable because then Microsoft controls everything. I want Windows to go away when I don't want it. You know, I kind of want to emulate a virtual desktop because I'm really tired of the software controlling the full screen. 1920 by 1080. Well, I can rerun it now, and now it'll be in a window, so that'll be nice. IOMMU groups are more for a QEMU. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but hello, Patient Zero, since it's first time chatting. So does Wine support video input at all? I really don't know. That's kind of one of the things that's a problem here, because I just don't know. Visual display, I don't expect this to work. I didn't change anything. See, ALSA, lib, DMix, no, but are there any errors I can see? NTLM, no, that doesn't seem important. ALSA, I don't know what's going on there. All right, let's do some Googling here. Open new window. Let's do site claims that it does. Yeah, but when I looked it up, wine UVC US, well, camera. Let's just do that. Wine UVC camera. When I looked this up, it made it seem like it was not gonna happen. So let me try something weirder here. A spectrometer. That sounds complicated. Pure serial over USB? No. See, video capture devices via... let's see. Did I miss news about your kitten? No, I don't have a kitten. He's a very old cat, and he's fine. There was nothing new. Let's see. Just install React OS. So I can have the worst of all worlds. All right. Hello, Vivian Comfy. Let's see. I'll hit the registry, but I'm worried the Linux system configured differently. Friend have both USB ports. Yeah, so something that I have seen a bunch. How old is your cat? I forget. He's like between 16 and 18. They want to map like cameras to COM ports, which doesn't make sense. Not really, Dutch Black Cat. We're in Linux. We're trying to get the scanner working with the Windows software on Linux. So I have the Windows software here. I can run it. All right. This is Wine. This is not a virtual machine. I just have it running in a window because this goes full screen automatically. You can't resize it. So this runs on Wine just fine. But when you're trying to access the camera, it will always error out. It cannot find the device. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. And it shows up as just a UVC device. It's a very normal device. I can open VLC here, and we can take a look at video from it. Boom. And there we are. So it works on Linux as a camera, but I can't connect the camera to Wine for some reason. Oh, how do you quit this? Close. That's an interesting problem. Question, 90% of the tools for vintage computers are built for Windows. Why are you so adverse to using it? Because I hate Windows, period. It's Windows itself that I hate. But you seem to spend a ton of time trying to make things work within Linux, and it's never easy, never works well as the software running directly within Windows. So it's all of the things that I don't have to spend a bunch of time making work phenomenally. They work incredibly, and then the system just does what I want. So the thing is that when I start up Windows on this laptop, and then it has this giant pop-up trying to coerce me into using Edge, and then I dismiss it. And then there's another giant pop-up saying, oh, you should start using OneDrive now. And then I dismiss it. And then it's like, okay, we're gonna restart your computer now for some more updates. And I had no control in any of that. That is unacceptable to me. That is why I use Linux. So that all started with Windows 8. That's when it really started to just drive downhill, and I ditched Windows in 2011. So yeah, that's why. And at this point, I use Windows now, and Windows is a worse experience overall for me than Linux. So when I use Linux, it's better for me. Even with all the things that you see, every time you see me using Linux, this just for perspective here, you see me using Linux when I'm doing something new and interesting, and usually that means there's a learning process where something is being figured out or worked through. Day to day, I don't have problems with Linux. Nothing goes wrong. It just, I use it and it works. That's what it is. So when you're seeing it at its worst, I would say. So it's not fair to judge it based on things like this. So that's it. So see, it would probably abstract the camera so it doesn't appear specifically as a camera device. Yeah, that is a thing. So Winroo Tweaker to change those annoying ads. See, that's the thing, Helencroft. I don't use Windows enough to put the effort into learning all that stuff. So I just use Windows as Windows, and then I get the full brunt force of the agitating experience that it is. Portizo, that is also a good potential, that it's looking for the specific vendor and product ID. Yeah, I don't know how Windows passes all that stuff through. It may not be possible, so. It would be really nice if the Windows XP drivers worked. Again, I don't have a 10 VM anywhere. Oh, I may have a Windows 8 VM somewhere. I don't know if it'll still activate correctly, but I did have one I bought a key for. I wonder where that ended up. But anyway, I would try making a Windows XP VM to get the software running on that, because that's a lot easier to get going than Windows 10 or 11. But yeah, I don't think, well, since the XP drivers don't work, it's kind of pointless. So, yeah. Let's see. All right. We still have 12 minutes left trying to beat our head against the wall before I just abandon this part. So, let's see. Try to check if the camera works in wine period by installing VLC. That's a good idea. Let's try that. How do you get this to go away? This is... Why? I closed the terminal this was running from. This is now just running independent of anything else. Xkill? Yeah, it's gonna have to be something like that. That is weird. Like, I can click that and then it closes the program. No, that doesn't work. It closes the program inside. It does not close the virtual desktop. I think I'm gonna have to do something like that. Kill all wine. But this is also running as root, so I'm gonna have to do sudo su here, and then one of these. Kill all wine. Still not there. Okay. What is it? System monitor. Bring that up. Boom. What is this process? I could do this with top, of course, but I'm just going to do it here. Wait, what? There's a Pipewire thing installed? Am I using Pipewire now? Wine. There's nothing wine. All right, we're doing top. The patient zero, it doesn't require, there are no proprietary drivers for this at all. It's a UVC device. It's standard USB video. It's exactly the same as a webcam. So it's not complicated to get running at all. It's still showing up as the CZUR exe. What? Okay, so that's the PID there. So let's just kill -S 9. Boom. Okay, there's one more. This. Boom. Ah, finally got it. Yes. All right. That's interesting to Wolf. I will come back to that to see if it doesn't just get it. Wine, or not wine, VLC. Just download the Windows 1 and install that. We don't need root for now, I think. So let's not worry about that. Download for Windows. This is going to be a 64-bit version, isn't it? Blah. Yeah, Just, I figured it was something like that. I just wanted to try the easy solution immediately. Why is I going to opt? That's weird. All right. Oh, it is a Win32 binary. That's strange, but okay. I'll take it. So we're going to install this into my local user VLC. Boom. Rather than trying to do stuff with root yet. See if it even needs that. X64 is separate position. Ah, okay. Well, it's preferable that it not be anyway. So, okay. Don't do any of that stuff. See, at least recently brought laser printer. Wanted to update the firmware. Unfortunately, the manufacturer provided update utilities for Windows and Mac OS X. Yeah, that kind of stuff's very frustrating. Spent hours trying to update the firmware using Linux distribution. Found a daily driver. Didn't work. Yeah, I have problems with that kind of stuff too. It's really annoying. Does this not? I know Windows VLC shows video devices. I guess it's not finding them. Open capture device. Device name CZUR. Hello. It just worked in Wine. What? Media information. It's DD show. That's it. Just got here. Why are we installing VLC and Wine? Cody, we're trying to get the scanner working in Linux, but I can't connect. I can't get it to work in Wine over USB. Well, I mean, it's USB, so just be over USB, but it doesn't work. And here it is. The scanner's video feed does get through to Wine, so that works, but the program just isn't able to see it, I guess. That is very annoying. I like that, Felix. I approve of that. Maybe the program is half camera hard-coded. Yeah, there's got to be something else weird going on. Colbryle, I'm not sure quite how to pronounce your username. Yes, but I would have to buy another copy of Windows then. And additionally, that workflow just isn't very fun. So, yeah, direct shows is like the only option I've got there. David, if you're referencing things like what Linus Tech Tips does, where they always have the like Windows activation thing there, that's a little different than a use case like this, because they're installing Windows on a system, setting it up, trying it for video, and then tearing it down. That conceptual computer no longer exists, and that use case is now gone. If I were to set up a VM, it would be tied to this device and have a longer life than any one of their use cases. So it would be a completely different kind of setting, and Cody's got it right there. That kind of use case would not be covered under the temporary use kind of thing that Linus Tech Tips gets away with. So. Yeah, I've looked at that CZUR scanner with Linux thing. I forget how they were doing it. I think they were using some other software to try and manually do the image correction. So, Cobrilo, I'm really sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. That is not the way that I'm going to do that. Yeah, yeah, Linus owns license even if they don't activate. Yeah, well, also, hello, Evil Gordita, since it's your first time chatting. Even still, they're not actually setting up a computer that they use. So if Microsoft wanted to try and incriminate them, even if, you know, that beyond the fact that they made the video and whatever, they would go and they'd say, this computer no longer exists, we're not using that, and we used it within the trial period. So technically, they probably don't really even violate the license agreement. Let scanner work by 11 by 17 pages. I think they have the dimensions that it supports on the website. Each model of this supports different dimensions, and it's basically how tall it is, so you'd have to look at that. I'm not sure what it is offhand. But I'm doing dual 8.5 by 11 documents, so almost certainly. So either permanent workstations are licensed? Yes, exactly. So, all right, there's 3 minutes left on the timer. I think I'm giving up. So, yeah. So I'm going to pass on that, and we're going to move on to actually doing some archiving. So we're going to have to do this in 2 steps. So we are going to do... All right, well, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to stream today. So let's get back to this so I can properly introduce my concept here. Yeah. So what I want to do today, for real, now that we're an hour into this, is I want to take something like this. This is a copy of SimCity 2000 Network Edition, and this is not an extremely common piece of software, and especially to have a full box copy like this, not tremendously common. Now, there is actually a rip of the CD in here on archive.org, and they took pictures of the front and back of the box, so this is actually fairly well documented, but the manual's not scam, and neither are all of the little loose materials in there. So what I want to do is I want to go through and I want it to do a full scan of every single piece of material in here, and then get that all uploaded. So we're going to create a complete experience archive. That's my goal. So I want to rip the disk with an external CD drive connected to my laptop here. We're going to take pictures of the boxes using my Nikon camera right there, and then any other single page documents like the registration card we'll do with that. And then the paper manuals we're going to scan with this. Now we are going to have to reboot to Windows, unfortunately. That's annoying, but we will be able to do that. So I want to just try that. So let's start out with SimCity 2000 Network Edition here. So let's see. So again, everybody who's commenting different ways about getting it working in a VM, the other thing is the publicly visibleness. The biggest concern about using a version of Windows that is not like 100% legally licensed is not Microsoft seeing my stream and finding out. It is someone watching who is vindictive and reporting me to Microsoft. That is the kind of thing. So that's the kind of fun stuff I get to think about. So let's see. Hello, Fire Chris. It's his first time chatting. Yes, you can upgrade from the Windows 7 and 8 keys. So you can run the trial version of Windows Server for over 3 years? Seriously? What? Don't they release a new version every 3 years? Good grief. Let's see. Has new camera arrived yet? One moment. No, but it may while I'm streaming, not to here. Tomorrow's stream will be an unboxing of the camera. So yeah, Windows Shelby just died a little inside. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use Windows. Yeah. See, clever, boot your Windows. Yeah, so Manjenko Tech, I have tried to do that. Booting my actual installation of Windows through virtual machine. There are a bunch of problems with that now. I bet in Windows XP you could get away with that, but nowadays you're going to boot it and it's going to see all of the hardware being different because it's the virtual devices, and it's going to immediately go no and deactivate itself. So yeah, no, and then it doesn't work perfectly all the time. Like, you'll have the NVIDIA drivers try and run and then there's no NVIDIA card. It gets really complicated. Yeah, so I just uploaded the programming manual for HP86 to archive last night. That is excellent. I think I have the physical copy of that, but that's awesome. So 1010, sweet. I have a lot of documentation for the Series 80 stuff, and I plan on getting to that at some point. But yeah, that's excellent. I don't know which ones I have. I think I have most of the hardware ones, so I don't know if I have that, but that's sweet. Let's see, maybe get a second-hand, small form factor PC. Usually those have Windows license, shouldn't be too expensive. There's a lot of ways I could do it. I don't want to have multiple computers set up here and running. Eventually, so here's the long-term solution for this, okay? We build the new streaming PC. That will be running Linux. This camera and, well, actually, it's going to have a real optical drive in it, all right? Those are both going to be connected to the streaming PC. So I'll be over here doing Linux stuff. Then, when I need Windows, I can step over to here and do that. Right now, I feel that the streaming PC is on such pins and needles that I don't want to try and do multiple things at once. So I'm leaving it alone. So I'm stuck using, that's why I use the laptop so much, because there's a perfectly usable computer here, but it's not great for doing all this stuff. So yeah, all at once. I think it would be overwhelmed if I tried to do this all at once. Let's see, if you run Windows 11 inside the VM, it's okay because you run on the same laptop that already has a license. You might be onto something as like a workaround loophole, Helicroft there. That's interesting. It gets into the weird, like, exceptions to the rules. Like, actually, here's a fun fact. Windows 95 and I believe the contemporary Word and other Office suite programs from Microsoft specifically state in the terms of service that you can run them on both your desktop and your laptop. It is a dual license that allows you to run them on two systems. You can go look at the manual, and the I think maybe even the back of the box says it. You're specifically allowed to do that. So it's kind of interesting. I doubt that there's any provision in the Windows 11 license that says you're allowed to run it on both the computer and a virtual machine, but kind of interesting thing there. Let's see. Yeah, this would be the OEM key. Lomographic, yes, there will be a new camera. I'm really far behind on chat here, I'm sorry. Trying to catch up. I'm currently talking to you through a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and another one is being delivered between 1 and 4 p.m. Today. We ran a sub goal to pay for half of the camera, and I was able to pay the rest of it from YouTube money and other sources. So pulled together, we were able to order a new camera to replace the GoPro here, which has a myriad of issues with streaming. And actually, fun fact here, I was testing this today. That arm might actually be able to hold the Blackmagic camera, because this is heavier than the camera, and there's also the other stuff on there, so I might be able to continue using the Rode PSA-1 to hold the Blackmagic camera up, which would be really awesome, because then I can leave the Nikon on a monitor arm like that. I don't want to have to use a monitor arm if I don't have to, but I was messing around with that today. It might be able to do it. That would be sweet. Oh, let's see. Trying to catch up. Yeah, unboxing stream tomorrow. So let's see. That's if the key is tied to hardware. All right, Spies of Mud wants a bite break. I'm gonna guess I know what that one is, and I look forward to it. Let's see. There's literally a command to deactivate your key and use it over and over. I've done it since 2012. Interesting, but I do have to have both active. Helen Croft, Blu-ray drive. You talking about the streaming PC? This does not have a Blu-ray drive. I only own one of those, and it's at my computer at home. I don't really use it for... Actually, I don't think I've ever put a Blu-ray into it now that I think about it. But that's where all my Blu-rays are, all like 5 of them I own. There's not a lot of Blu-rays that I really like. So, yeah. Not a lot of modern media I'd consider worth owning a long-term copy of. Let's see. I wouldn't mind getting a Blu-ray drive for this system, though. So, see, I ran, although I bet they're getting expensive, because I imagine that sales of those have just plummeted. So, I bet. That's interesting. Blu-ray drives are actually going to be quite a collector's item in 20 years, aren't they? Because they'll have a really narrow window of relevancy. Interesting. Okay. Well, I should probably pick up another one at some point here. Let's see. Trying to catch up. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna scroll all the way to the bottom here. Okay. HD DVD is already becoming collector stuff. Yeah, well, HD DVD failed too, so that it's got the Betamax quality of like, ooh, it's mysterious. Why did it fail? Was it superior, but you know, too expensive? The HD DVD is basically the same thing. 4K Blu-ray drives absolutely will. Yeah, that's, well, I mean, 4K Blu-ray drive is just whatever density version of it. I think it's like quad density Blu-ray, maybe the 100 gig one for it. So yeah, my only Blu-ray drive is in a dead HP Pavilion. Oh, I have 2. That's right. I forgot. I have an HP Pavilion laptop that has a Blu-ray drive in it as well. Yeah, that's right. Mine is still alive. It's a DV7. Oh my gosh, can I remember the complete model name? Is it a DV7 1151NR? That can't be right. It's a GT 9200, or was it 96? Might have been 9600. It was nice. I liked it. It is so Windows Vista era. Oh my gosh. Let's see. One saving grace for Blu-ray and HD DVD to a lesser extent is that they were found on game consoles. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, the media exists because there are players and then the game consoles and stuff like that. But on PC, software, I'm pretty sure there has been no commercial software distributed on Blu-ray. And if there is, it's some extremely niche thing. But there has never been mainstream Blu-ray software distribution for PC. So the need for drives completely vaporized. You can't, it's really hard to find PC cases with a 5 1/4 inch bays anyway. So the majority of them do not. Even big, extravagant PC cases don't. That's why I went with the Fantex N3 Pro, because that's one of the few PC cases out there that still has them. See, some Blu-rays have rip lock that makes ripping Blu-rays painful. Yeah. If I have 2 Blu-ray drives, you are all in on Blu-ray, Hellcroft. Let's see. Okay. The whole physical media concept versus download ownership. Yeah, well, that's another thing entirely. Most people don't bother to own media anymore. You are correct. No, yeah, when software, even like this, you don't own the software, you have a license to it, so that is a thing. What was I doing here? Were we gonna start? I think we're just ready to start, period. Doing pictures and backing up and stuff. So, excuse me. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, we gotta do the byte break. Okay. What was TechTangents needing Windows for, though? The scanner. This thing, the book scanner that's right here. You know what? We're gonna use that for the byte break. Why not? It's July 82, page 62 to 66. I didn't actually read that. Yep, I was right there. Oh, volume 7, not necessarily July, but it's probably July. Okay. Let me go over here. I will open VLC. Oh no, why are there... Oh, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to purge that Windows VLC copy because that's going to cause me issues. That's going to be a whole thing. Actually, this camera's going to suck through this. It's May, not July. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Because the volumes, they get weird. All right, volume 782. I will be right back. Although I say that as if I'm going away, but you can still talk to me. Well, I mean, I can talk to you. You can't talk to me. But, you know. I'm away, but not gone. Let's see. Volume... Oh! 82 is volume 7, period. So you said April, all right. Was issue number 4 included there? Now I don't remember, but pretty sure this is it since you mentioned it was April. Number 5. Never mind, you said May, not April. The reading is difficult, I guess. Okay. Volume 5. Japanese computers. I really like this cover. Oh my gosh, there it is. Wow, it's right on the cover. Cool. There's a lot going on this cover, man. We got look at it. That camera. This one? No. Okay, this one's still good. Okay. There is so much going on here, but we're not. This is like extra for right now. Okay, so that's I almost guarantee what we're going to go look at since we were just seeing that earlier. Scanner camera. The thing is since I'm not in Windows, we're not going to get the full resolution of this easily. So it's not right now. But that's what we're looking at. That's going to be the BMC computer. But look at this thing. That thing's got an 8-inch floppy drive on it. For some reason, it's a home computer with an 8-inch floppy drive. Wow, that's crazy. There's an Okidata microline. I own one of those. That's what the last printout was filmed on. You're going to see that today. Yeah, okay. Page 62. Ooh. Floppies. Actually... There we go. There's the software. I ordered it. It's fun having all the stuff here. Going to page 62. All right. One moment. 5-minute timer.
Sure. 5 minutes. Starting now.
All right, so this is the BMC IF800, which is a pretty sweet looking computer. So we can look here, the full-size keyboard, internal printer. It's using universal 2-inch typewriter spools. Man, this is really hard to see. It's so small and the print sucks. Get the light in there sort of better. This will be a benefit to the Blackmagic camera because I can control the exposure much more easily and will get better quality video. So turn on the TV. That may work if I bring it all the way up. I do have it right here. I could also just turn the lights on the CZUR. Maybe now turn this off. Sort of. You know, I'll turn these on too. Why not? Boom, boom, and boom. Sure, all the light. There we go. So we can see all that. Then there's cards, and there is barely visible a little green cardage connector down in there. So these look like proprietary cards. That doesn't seem like ISA. because it's so far back from the edge. They're definitely not S100 either because it's so offset. So it's kind of proprietary. If it runs MS-DOS, it's gonna be a miracle. Sounds like it does though. Oh my gosh, it's got a GPIB port? What? It's optional, but that's incredible. Okay, so IEEE 488 bus there. Okay, processor Z80, but it sounds like it could potentially have a add-in 8086. So it does graphics, that's not bad. Well, we're not interested in the Canon, we're here for the BMC. Man, isn't that just like, that computer is ridiculously pretty, wow. Yeah, this says it has a Z80, but the other ad in the next year said it could run MS-DOS. There is not MS-DOS for a Z80 as far as I'm aware. So it probably had an 8086 add-on card, kind of like you could get one for the Amiga or a Mac. So I bet it's something like that. So 64K of RAM. I love the integrated dot matrix printer. That thing is incredible. Having the integrated color monitor as well, super fancy. $8,000. So this is 82, add 50% for every 20 years. That's about a $16,000 computer now. That's ridiculous. Man. The Photo 2 gives an inside. Oh, Photo 2. Okay, so there's only 2 photos they're saying. Okay. Let's see, because displaying graphics. Because the IF800 contains a high-resolution color display, you might expect we get good graphics support from BASIC. We are not disappointed. Many high-level keywords are available for screen manipulating the graphics screen. Primitive generators for drawing are available for creating lines, including circle, line, which includes capability of drawing rectangles, and point. In addition to graphics micro instruction family called GML, I've not heard of that. Wonder if it's like HPGL. Is built into Oki Basic. All right, so there's our mention of Oki. You know what? I'm going to go back to the beginning, see if they cover that a little bit more. The price for the most computer in the smallest package goes to the IF800 Model 20 computer. Okay, so it's a Model. So is that like an IBM PS2 Model something? Weird. Manufactured by the Oki Electric Company of Japan. But since it is marketed in this country by BMC Computer Corporation, which has its office in Carson, California, the abbreviated stands for Business Machines Corporation. Oh yeah, I'm sure that they weren't inspired by anyone else with a name like that. We refer to it as a BMC product to avoid confusion. Although it is billed as a personal computer, it will receive much consideration as a small business computer because it has a high-resolution color graphics, which is hilarious considering the fact that no one considers graphics computation to be a business use case anymore. That is purely hobbyist. Support for digital research, CP/M operating system, because it's Z80. Whoa, my gosh. Still surprising every time it happens, so... But yeah, that thing is super cool. I want one. I will never ever find one, but I want one. Although that happens almost every time I look in Byte magazine. I see something I want and I can't have. Oh man. Let's see. Z80 CP/M with DOS add-on. Yes, that is what it sounds like. Turning off the TV takes a little while. There we go. Just okay basic, not great. Yeah. Oh man. Let's see, isn't this DOS version compatible? MSX DOS. Yeah, but that's not MS-DOS though. So it's not gonna have like the same API for communicating with the hardware that MS-DOS proper will, so it's not gonna be compatible with the software. Like there's no way you're gonna be able to run like the DOS copy of SimCity 2000 here on the MSX DOS. It's just not going to happen. See, I wonder if that typewriter computer ran some sort of CP/M or their own DOS. Yeah, it said it could run CP/M, which is super cool. I really, oh wait, you mean the Xerox, don't you? I bet that was completely proprietary. Xerox had money to burn at that time. So yeah, they probably wrote their own operating system. So yeah, I have no doubt that it was proprietary. Okay, let's do some stuff here. So we're going to go back to this. And well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download, actually the first thing I want to do is put the CD in here and make sure it actually shows up. Because I have not tested this drive in a while. So let's see if it works. And then we're going to be going to GitHub to download my CD ripping software, which is going to require some other stuff. Let's see. IF model 10, 20, 30, Z80. Oh, model 50 and 60 or 8086. Interesting. Okay. 2K net. Okay, so we can read the disc. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go to GitHub, and we are going to grab a script I have on there. I believe I've updated it somewhat recently with some changes. What do we have here? That's cap reforming. Okay, that makes sense. Should be something. Nope, that was VCS. Still cap reforming. Was it after? Could see it being after. Nope. Here. All right, we'll just go to the repository. Yeah, of course they made their own OS. What else should Apple and Microsoft have copied? Yeah. So I have a script that I keep on GitHub somewhere here. I don't think it's very popular because I have literally no documentation in it at all. Here we go. Updated May 5th. I think it should have fixed DVD ripping. Yeah, there we go. Fixed. Okay. So this is it. And this is a very, very long bash script that I've been working on off and on for, I think, years now, probably. I don't remember when was the first. Yeah, 2021. Okay, so not plural years yet. Although I did keep it non-public for a little while. So this is a script. Actually, I can just download the raw file that will automate using CD Paranoia to rip a disk. And we're going to put it in Tools. I'm going to have to install some stuff, so it's going to crash a whole lot here. I'm going to make a new folder, disk. I should have copied this from my server, but oh well. This will work too. Anyone can go grab this if you want. See if I have... Bingo, here are the dependencies. I've been trying to update this as I go along. Not always great at that. This is already root. Cool. apt install. Boom. Unable to locate package QConvert and DD Rescue. Really? DD Rescue? How is DD Rescue missing? Sudo apt install. I will do this on a terminal over here that you can actually see, because we're going to be using that in a moment anyway. So here's the thing. This script is really complicated, okay? It does a bunch of stuff. This is designed for a very specific workflow that is very weird, all right? And it can be used in ways that you may not expect. So here's the thing. The basic premise is that you create CSVs. Is it now GDD Rescue? Oh, it might be GDD Rescue. That sounds familiar. Let's see, GDD Rescue. Okay, but I still need to find QConvert. Oh, CDR DAO is installed. Sudo apt install. Let's do that. You guys can't see it. Okay. Unable to locate QConvert. Okay. QConvert. Apt, you got my back here. You gonna tell me where it is? Install QTools. Thank you. QTools. All right. Bingo. Okay, let me go over this. This application is meant to take a I don't want POSIX. I don't want mail. No configuration. There we go. This package is meant to take a CSV file like this, all right, with different CD-ROM drive device locations, and then disk file names, and then disk description names. The CSV will automatically parse through. Yeah, I will have to update the script about that, but at least it's easy enough to work through. It will work through each drive with its own queue from a single CD, and you can also tell it to rip them sequentially based on each disk, and it will attempt to access the next drive. Can it rip multi-session CDs? Yes, it can. So I found a weird old Windows 3.1 software that's burned commercial multi-session CDs with fixes in each session. That is amazing. I need to know what that is. I need to buy one. I need a copy of that. That sounds incredible. But yes, it can rip multiple sessions. The code for sessions, where does it start? Here we go. So it goes through, it gets the number of sessions using CDR DAO, and then if it gets none, it'll assume it's a single session. And then if there are multiple sessions, it will go through each session and then rip it into a different bin queue, because that's the only way you can save multiple sessions. So, see, I have You Don't Know Jack 2 disk, which I wasn't able to rip in any way. I'll try it with your script. All right. The other thing is that this will use World Letter 3.1. There is nothing online about it. Okay. Interesting. Seems to be to create auto-translated business letters, international correspondence. Interesting. I am going to chuck that there because I want to remember to look that up later. See, does it rip with GDD Rescue always, or if you ask it to? GDD Rescue is only if you chuck the DVD in there. I was ripping my PS2 games, and PS2 games are mixed between CDs and DVDs, and it was easier just to add DVD support to the script than it was to look at each disc before I put it in. So this has DVD ripping support as well, because I was too lazy to look at the bottom of the discs when I was ripping my PS2 games. So yeah, but the other thing is this does everything. Okay, if your disc has CD audio, it will use B chunk to rip WAV files out of the bin queue, and then it will convert those into MP3s and FLACs to save space. So you're going to get audio tracks if they're available. If there are any ISO 9660 file systems, it will try and use 7-zip to extract the files from those. This is meant to take in any kind of disk and give you everything out that it can. So even lets you combine data from multiple disks. GDD Rescue, yeah, I haven't had too much of an opportunity to play around with that, that kind of stuff. But yes, it does work. I have some PS2 discs that failed GDD Rescue, unfortunately. But yeah, it is, yeah. CD audio with embedded videos. So that's a little more complicated. So the only thing I can't rip is stuff that no software can rip, and that is sub-channel data. Sounds like you made the CD DVD equivalent to CryoFlux. Kind of. I've tried to come as close as possible. Again, I've been working on this for a long time. I plan to make a video about it, but CD ripping is the biggest nightmare, technical debt pit of research that you could ever imagine. And right now, I'm held off from making the video about it because I can't find my test discs. So this is like really frustrating. So here's something. This software, I was working on adding support for this when I got distracted by either something else or had to move. I don't remember what it was. CDR-DAO can read some sub-channel. Yes, some, not all. You cannot save all of the sub-channel data to a bin file or something like that. It's not possible. So you can only extract certain things like track titles and things like that. You can't get everything. But what was I getting at? Okay, one thing about this. I was working on support for ripping pre-gap tracks, all right? And not all disk drives can do that. So I had to get a special CD that has a pre-gap track. One of the things here when we start ripping this, actually, maybe I should just start that right now so that I can demonstrate this. One of the things about how this works is that it rips using the track information for the discs. So what that means is that you will have positions on the disc, and unfortunately this is done through hours, minutes, seconds for positioning on a disc. You can also do it by sectors in some tools, but I'm pretty sure this is done using hours, minutes, seconds. You will have sometimes where track 0 starts a bit into the data, and if it's an audio CD, if track 0 starts at not 0, it's worth, and significantly after not 0 especially, it's worth trying to rip from hour, minute, second 0 to the start of track 0 to see if there's any hidden data. But sometimes disk drives will either error if you try and read before track 0, or they will return all zeros for the data. It will say, oh yeah, I'm gonna read that, what a nerd, and just not do anything. So I've actually had to go through and test some of my disk drives to find ones that will actually return data from before track 0. So yeah, CDR-DAO can only rip one session at a time. See, also ISO file systems, ISOs do not matter to me at all, other than the fact that I extract them from the bin queues and get all that stuff. ISOs are a byproduct of CD ripping as far as I'm concerned. You should never rip a CD from a CD to an ISO. You should always rip it to a bin queue. So I wonder if you could mod a CD drive to read the raw pit timings for a CD. Yeah, that comes into a whole lot of other stuff that's complicated. See what? Ooh, new framework laptop. Awesome. Sitting on my patio watching the lightning and rain. We don't have that yet. I'm jealous. Listen for the thunder in the stream background. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's hit us yet. See, bin queue files, always bin queue files. Bin queue is here's the thing. I'm gonna say bin queue is the only way you should rip CDs, but it's also not enough because it doesn't store subchannel data. You can request subchannel data from CD drives. It is in the CD communication standard, but there isn't, like the 8-inch discs for the S100 systems, there's no standardized format for saving subchannel data that other things can use. It's really frustrating. What am I doing here? Create new text file, single .csv. That's usually how I name a file when I'm going to do just one disk. So here's what I'm doing. All right, we are going to rip SimCity Network Edition here. So I'm pretty sure this will be dev SR0. I'll allow that. So we can go to here, ls dev grep sr. It's probably, yep, it's SR0. And we can actually test that too. Here's a little fun thing. I'm going to give you this. Check this out. Eject dev SR0. No hands. Should work. It's trying. It's blinking. There we go. So you can eject CDs with just eject command. Pretty simple. Some of them will also pull the drive in. This one does not. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E. I can't remember what I was using that for. I think I might be using that for ripping. Okay, so one thing about how this script works is that it tries to move on as quickly as it can. So I think I'm using A, B, C, D, E for ripping audio from bin queues. I think that's what I have to use that for. So, all right, let me bring this back. Okay, so we're not ripping Doom 2. This is SC 2000 net. And then we will, over here, put the full title, Sim City 2000 Network Edition. All right, I'm gonna save that. Now, what is this? That looks like wine nonsense. Weird. All right, is there anything that can preserve copy protection stuff on CDs, DVDs? That is a little complicated. I'm not sure. Eject the free coffee cup holder command. Yeah. I'm not oh, Wesley, I don't know what you mean by space. The spaces in there are acceptable. Eject-T to retract, that might work. I've definitely, this was a long time ago I did most of this research. I tried a bunch of weird variations like that. I don't know if that'll work on every drive, but maybe. This is still throwing weird errors. Strange. Is there a wine thing running in the background somewhere? Fun. What was I going to get to? Let me close this. Let me Shift F4 that. After the second comma looked odd, but oh yeah, no, that's fine. Everything after the second comma in my program is treated as one big string. It will do, I think, xargs or args-x whatever to trim white space from the ends, but it's one thing, no spaces, one thing, no spaces, and then after the last comma, everything else is treated as one. See, tracking camera's a little shaky. It can be when it can't see my face. Let's see, MPF. So, okay, so copy protection. The thing about copy protection is that the different kinds of schemes for copy protection on CDs vary wildly. Some of them work by introducing intentional errors in the disk that when the software is run on the CD, it avoids those sections. And then when you try and do like an entire copy of the disks, it will just absolutely get crushed on those parts. So yeah, there's the ripping copy protected CDs is a problem. I have copy protected discs that I've tried. Flight Simulator 2000 does not work with this. I actually, let it run through the whole disk, which took hours, and then I was able to use it in a hardware disk emulation device, and it would not work because it could tell that it was a copy still. So, yeah. Torch Nova, thank you for the Prime sub and for the 5th month. Let's see, Sony Rootkit, yeah. See, Zoo Tycoon, I don't think Zoo Tycoon has issues. I believe I should have that here, so we can. Well, I don't want to say we can try ripping that because we got a lot of stuff to do, but it is something I can do at some point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run rip bin q. Oh, it doesn't need chmod x. Chmod plus x rip bin q. Okay, so we're going to do rip bin q. We're going to do single, and then right here I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to name it rips, and then I will provide the directory to put files in, and it should run. Yep, there we go. So we're starting off with a CDR DAO rip of the file. So it makes a directory here. All right, the long name description goes into the descriptions folder, and then it will start saving the contents from the bin file. Each program that runs in here is logged to a log file as it is run so that you can keep track of where errors happen. So yes, every step of this is as managed as possible. So this is going to be a very quick one. Ooh, that's interesting. What file? That has Apple Computer? Oh, okay, so the disk, that makes sense. Max's disk was made on an Apple Computer. Yeah, they did that kind of stuff more commonly. So, okay, 7-zip extracted the ISO, which I do not preserve because there's no real reason to keep an ISO around, but it extracts, oh no, there's the ISO. Okay, so I do save the ISO. There's the ISO, and then here is the contents from the ISO. So we get all of this extracted as part of the process of ripping the disk. So, and then you can actually go through, we have the Q file and the talk file, so we can open the Q file here, and we can see track 0 does actually start at 00, so this disk works normally, as you would expect. So, that is a thing. Let's see, you guys want to see a really weird disk? Like a super duper weird disk, and why this stuff is such a nightmare? So you imagine it does handle, yes, this handles mixed mode CDs. I don't know about, mixed mode, multi-session, hybrid file systems. Those are complicated. Hello, Biffas. Let's see. All right, we're gonna rip a super weird disc here. We are going to rip a poke in the air with a sharp stick. All right. This has a potential. This disc here, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy with these, has the potential to have the highest number of CD audio tracks that are raw CD audio of any CD ever commercially produced in the world. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting disc because there are, I believe, 472 different audio tracks on this disc. So let's see, I have a lot of hybrid ISO Mac discs. Yeah, those ones suck to rip. Those ones, well, they rip just fine. Extracting the contents from them is really complicated because there are some crazy ones where they'll actually overlay the data and share it between the two file systems. It's really weird. Yeah, Felix 20 sounds like he knows what's up. I should say they know what's up. So this disc is this is quite something. So before we take the pictures of the boxes and reboot to do the manual scanning, just for giggles, let's rip this. I've ripped this so many times. It's one of my test discs, which is why I have it handy. And I also have a note on the front here that explains what it is. But you'll see as it goes along, it's something. So we're gonna go to disk, going to update single. I'm gonna call it rip ear, that's my test name, and a poke in the ear. All right. What does a car stereo show after track number 99? It only goes up to track 99. That's the real kicker. All right, let's rerun this. All right, so all we did was change the CSV file. Now it's going to rename and rerun into different stuff. But here you go. Here are all 99 tracks in the CD, all right? But that's the real trick right there. Is that CD a very odd sample CD? It is a sample CD. So you can see here as it goes through the different tracks, track 2 has 9 or up to 9 track indexes. So this was a very underutilized feature that CDs could do. I think it was mostly meant for like books on tape or whatever, so you could skip to different like paragraphs in a chapter of a book. But this disc used it to index the positions of different samples in the tracks on the disc. Using this is extremely hard. I don't have a CD player that can actually position locate to a specific index on a track. I don't own one, and I own like 30 CD players because I have a problem. But it's really interesting to see this like this. See, there are a few classical CDs use indexing for, yeah, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense for different movements. That would be cool. Oh, I might try and find one of those. But yeah, I got this one. It's funny here, Wesley, that you mentioned 9 Inch Nails, because that's part of the reason why I'm trying to get this. This is a poke in the air with a sharp stick, but this is not the original version of this. The original version of a poke in the air with a sharp stick has the sample from the beginning of Closer on it. So I'm trying to get a copy of that. I'm really frustrated one sold on eBay that I missed. I was like, I really want that so badly. But yeah. So I got an old audio CD book reader. Guess that might be able to do it? It might. That would be interesting. So you can't VLC also not use index? I'm not sure if it can. See, I bet not. See, I need to update the AirU package for Grease Weasel. Oh, you're gonna update that. That's interesting, cool. Let's see, but yeah, the 9 Inch Nails CD, that's broken. By the way, that uses a bunch of blank 2-second audio tracks on the CD to get up to track 99 to have the last 2 hidden tracks, which are what is it? I'm playing the song in my head. Oh my gosh. Get through the guitar intro. Physical. Physical, that's it. Oh my gosh. Let's see. New upstream release of Grease Weasel. Okay. No, Hurt. Hurt is not on there. Hurt is actually Hurt is at the end of a Downward Spiral, and you could get the clean version of Hurt on Downward Spiral Deluxe. It might have been on. No, the clean version was not on Further Down the Spiral, but yeah, I don't think there was, other than the deluxe version, which also had burn on it, by the way, so you don't have to get the oh my gosh, what is it, what's the name of the movie? I can't remember the name of the movie now that burn was for. Anyway, you might have noticed I'm a big Nine Inch Nails fan. Let's see, how many hours are on that CD? Yeah, that's a thing. It's 100% fully utilized. We can try VLC after the rip, Helen Croft. Yeah, getting onto that. Yeah, is it just physical? There's another one, another hidden track. I don't want to look at my FEO. I could go grab my FEO in the other room and know this instantly. Fun fact, though, about Broken. Let's talk about that for a little bit while we wait for this to rip, because Broken's really interesting. Let's see. Later American pressings eliminated the second disc. Oh, yeah, Wesley, you're doing it. Yeah, tracks 89, 99. Yep. Consists of 4 seconds. I think it's 2 seconds, but it might be 4 for different versions, resulting in slightly longer total playtime. Yeah, so the reason, yeah, that's the thing. So the vinyl release of Broken comes with a 12-inch and a 7-inch because the intention is to have separation between the core of the album and Suck. That is it. Suck, yes. Physical, which is a cover, and Suck. So there's the, I don't think Suck is, but there's meant to be a separation. So when you're listening to it in a car, the reason that there are so many tracks is because you shouldn't be driving, and you can't hit skip to get past the 1 minute and like 30 seconds of audio that is just silence. The intention was to force you to sit there through the silence and then have physical roll in with the percussion. So when the other pressings broke the like 95 tracks or whatever it is that are just blank, it prevented the ability to enforce that silent section, which is just kind of interesting. I'm still on the hunt for a split disc version of Broken. I need to get a copy of that. I don't think I have the multi-spiral vinyl, the Jack White one, where it has the different lead-ins. That's cool. I don't have one of those. I'm kind of good without one of those. I'll live without that. But yeah, I don't think I have any records that have a hidden track that are vinyl. They're mostly novelty when they're implemented, so it's not like, yeah. So you never knew those split disc versions existed? Yeah, they are cool. I have the split vinyl, the 12 and 7, so that I at least have. But yeah, the split disc version is not super common. I actually have that, Closer, the VHS, still, and We're in This Together as the only Halos left to collect. And I have regular Broken, I just want both. But yeah. All right, so here's the other thing. This is now converting all of the CD tracks into MP3. Wesley, this takes a little while to rip because it's a full-on audio CD. So this is converting into both FLAC and MP3 right now. So it's going through, it's extracting content. We're getting FLACs and we're getting MP3s. Unfortunately, we're just getting the entire things, but I can show you an interesting thing right now. What? No, OGG? No, OGG sucks. There's no reason to do OGG. If you want to actually use the stuff, no OGG. And I don't even really use the MP3s for the most part. But anyway, we got to the part that matters the most here. So let me look at the, why are these in there? I think they might be moved later, hopefully. I don't know. Let's just go into this folder. So here's an interesting thing. So CZUR DAO created the TOC file format. So on each track here, we can see, first off, that the track 0 starts 30, what is the term here? Frames? I think it's frames. CDs are super weird. You don't even want to know how bad it is, but I think that's 30 frames in. And then we get to track 2, which has, CZUR DAO is kind of dumb. Start means track, or start means index 0, and then index plane is where the index counting starts, so that would be index 1. You can have tracks without starts, so you have no index 0. It's kind of weird. But anyway, this is the TOC file. The problem I have here is that I cannot find a program that can convert a TOC into a queue and preserve all of the indexes, because no software out there was designed for disks like this in mind. None of them have disk index support for more than 2 indexes. All of them assume that you have a 0 and a 1, and 0 is pre-gap. That's the data between the last track and the next track that you're trying to skip. So it's an assumption. Why not use TOC instead of queue? Because no software supports TOC. That's the problem. Like, you try and load up probably Foobar 2000 can rip a bin queue. It's not going to do bin TOC, I bet. Although that might actually, because I bet there's a little more tied to CZUR DAO. But I have hardware devices that can load bin queues, like the SCSI to SD. They don't do TOC queues, so it's not possible to use that and then get the full table of contents. So I can actually pinpoint the exact location in the tools for CZUR DAO where this issue occurs. I've found it. It's just hard-coded to have 2 track indexes. That's the problem. So yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, ohms, you would think that, but the problem is that this disk is pretty simple. You know what? One moment. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can find a copy of Offspring Americana, because I think I have that over here. And I have multiple copies of it. One of them was in my set of sample discs, but the sample discs are all gone, so the other one might be in here still. I only want Americana because I know it has CD text, which is stored in the sub-channel data, but I don't know. There's not a lot of CDs that actually have CD text. It's kind of surprising. So trying to find one that has that to confirm that it works. But anyway, CD text is stored in the queue file because it is sub-channel data. It can't go into the bin file, which means that the script that you want to write in Perl would have to be able to handle stuff like the CD text being in there. And then there's other data that can be in there. It gets more complicated, the file structure, than you might think. It's looking like I can't find the second copy of Americana. I wish I knew more discs I had that had CD text. I found Smash. I don't think that's going to, because that's an older disc, but we can try that and see if it does. So I'll grab this and maybe something else that's slightly new. Let's grab Led Zeppelin Mothership, or is that going to have too much? Let's just grab that now. Okay, grab 2 discs. Well, Zeppelin's probably got multiple discs in it, but anyway. All right, let's see. CD text was marketed as a big feature in the late 90s and barely anything used it. Yeah, it's really annoying. I bet Smash does not. But yeah, random kid on Xbox Live. I own Halo 1 through 5 and also Infinite Shelby. I own 34 Halos. Let's see. Let's see. A tangent within a tangent. There's no way back. Yeah, really. Let's see. Does the CD work on a standard CD player? Yes. I have at least 2 CD players that support displaying track indexes, but they can't be seeked to them. So you can like fast forward and rewind to try and get to that. But yeah. Have you reported a bug for it? Vorpal Sword, the code base on GitHub for CDR DAO hasn't been updated in like 9 years. So I could report a bug, but it's just going to fall on deaf ears. So anyway, let's see. Time to buy a 3rd copy of Americana. I guarantee I could find it at home. Can you fake a talk for that audio CD that lists all the indexes separate tracks if you recalculate all the sector numbers? The audio is one long continuous status. Can you fake a talk for that audio CD that lists all the index? Oh, it's separate tracks. Yeah, so Hellencroft, you're actually on to something here. No CD ripping software supports multiple track indexes either. So I have ripped this CD to individual WAV files, and the way I did it is by changing track 2 to have different start and end indexes that match the positions of the individual samples I want to rip, and then I would tell it rip only that one track, and then I would manually change the start and end positions for every single track. It is horrible to try and do it, but it works. So what I'm going to have to do in this software is I'm going to have to add a flag that is brute forcing. Or actually, you know what I could have it do? I could have it check if there's multiple track indexes and then switch to brute force ripping mode. That would take forever. It does take forever. It sucks. It really sucks. Yeah. See, I think B-Chunk wouldn't work properly if the track in the cue sheet has more indexes. Yeah, it's complicated. It's really annoying. Anyway, let's see if either one of these have CD text. This is 2007. That's probably too late to have CD text. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's a very narrow range that it was around. I'm going to try Smash first. I doubt it's going to have it. Oh, going from one monochrome CD to another. We are way off the beaten path here. The problem is that I'm really passionate about ripping CDs, and it's really hard to communicate all of the issues with it. So maybe make the Q file to have more than 99 tracks. Well, the thing is 99 tracks is the limit for the CD standard specification, so I bet software is going to be hard-coded to not support that either. So, yeah, it's just broken on all fronts. It's really hard to fix. So, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to name this as a Smash. Smash. And I bet this won't work. I could probably... Ooh, you know what? I'll let this run. And then in the background, I'm going to see if I can access my rip of Americana from here. Computers. Let's see. Will this connect? Possibly. Never realized CD ripping could be so complicated. Exactly. That's why when I make this video, it needs to be really good and cover a lot of stuff. Have you tried to make a 99 plus Q file? I have not. That's an interesting idea, just try and force it. Okay, here's Americana. I do have it. Okay, so let's look at the talk file for Americana. It's a 2-disc set. Here we go, talk. Open with Kate. This will work. All right, now we can stop Smash, I guess. I thought I discovered everything when decibel TV channels were a thing. Yeah, no, this one's way more complicated than that. Okay, here we go. So this is interesting stuff here. So CD text, it tells you what the language is. We have the title for the album. The performer is actually a different category than the artist because CD cataloging is extremely insane. So disk ID, sometimes you can use the disk ID, but generally not. And I actually have the ability, you know what? Smash here is going to be an interesting test because I have manual CDDB information scraping in this script. I do that as well. I put CDDB info in here. So this will actually go and fetch CDDB info for Smash and then rename all of the files and all that stuff. So it's gonna do that. But anyway, you can't use this data because this data sucks. So here we go. Performer, the offspring, probably shouldn't be all caps. So that's a thing. Oh yeah, here's an interesting thing. The ISRC. Also, you can see how this is like JSON kind of in here in the middle of this that you have to figure out how to do that. But anyway, the ISRC code is a recognition code for a specific performance of a track. So if you have Smash and then maybe Smash Live, and they both have this information, well, this is actually the Americana, but they would have different ISRC codes for the different performances of it. So yeah, I'll try to find that. I'll try that weird multi-session CD with your software and maybe bug reports. Go for it. I want to fix everything. And I need a way to extract data from the RIP sessions. It does that automatically. In each other, ISO 9660 have absolute LBAs and can refer to data in some previous sessions. Yeah, I don't know if it supports that. I'm just using 7-zip. So yeah, that's I'm not sure. Let's see. Also, CDR DAO dev branch is updated. Oh, the dev branches. Interesting. Well, weird they don't bother with the other one. Yeah, while that runs, I'll go ahead and show you here. So here we go. Audio CDDB. Where is my CDDB stuff here? Parse CDDB. Okay. We also have to get it. So CD disk ID. I'm trying to remember, do I calculate the disk ID myself? So CDDB is really bad. This can have failures, and I've actually had failures of this because the way that CDDB identifies disks is by using the start frame for all of the tracks on the disk as a unique footprint of the way that the disk is laid out to try and figure out which disc is what, because no album's ever going to have all the tracks on the album start at exactly the same point. It's happened. There's been collisions. So the other way that CDDB works is that you specify a genre for a disk ID, and sometimes when there are collisions, they will just put one disc in a different genre. So say you have two rock discs that have a collision, well, they'll maybe put one into pop or country. But then the problem is the only possible way I could verify this is by having a menu that pops up to the user when it's being ripped and showing them like, hey, there are two genres available for this disk ID. Which one do you want to use? But the whole point of this is to have it be completely hands-off. So I haven't done that, which is disappointing. So yeah, use Music Brains. I can't remember. I think there was a reason I didn't use Music Brains, but I don't remember what it was. I can't remember why. Are you sure that the CDDB or the CD identification is different? There we go. Yep, we got CDDB info for Smash, so it's automatically renaming the tracks just like they should be. So yeah. But no CD text, I bet. We can look in the talk file here. I bet it's no CD text. It does have some other metadata. Getting these transferred over to the Q file is also a thing you got to figure out. Like, actually, QConvert just dropped all of the information here. No pre-emphasis, 2-channel audio, all that stuff. It just said, whatever, who cares? So, yeah, it's converting, yep, done. Converting talks and Qs is a pain. Commodore 256, I kind of got onto a tangent doing it. I didn't mean to. So, see, isn't text in CDs CD plus G? CD plus G is different. No, CD text is an unofficial standard where information is stored in the sub-channel data of the CD. It's not stored in the normal data, so it's kind of weird. So, how about SACDs? Those are way more complicated. Also, good luck trying to read those, period. I bought a bunch of different SACD capable players. All of them have bad lasers. So yeah, good luck. If you figure it out, let me know. SACDs though, they're pretty simple. They are just an audio CD and a DVD on the same disc. That's it. The pits are at different depths, and the problem is that they have to focus around one of the layers. I don't remember which layers below the other, but the focusing capability of the lens has failed and aged over time. So it can't focus through the other layer, and then it ends up just seeing a bunch of mess, and it can't read the disc at all. So yeah, SACDs are really hard. Technically, though, that's hybrid SACDs that are both. The idea was that you could buy an SACD, play it in an SACD player, or your standard car player at the same, by just moving it from one to the other. The SACD player would read the DVD section of it, and then the car player would read the standard audio CD section of it. But there were also plain SACDs that were just the DVD layer that have no hybrid component. They're mostly very early ones. So it's, yeah, actually, I put too much time into all this. Way too much time. Oh man, Shelby's keyboard investigations episode 2, when? What do you mean, for like the W30 over there? Because like that's, that would go very well with this. Do you need a DVD laser? You need a DVD laser to read the actual SACD component of an SACD disc, but reading it through, I think it's got to be the CD audio portion that's on the bottom. Reading the DVD section through the audio CD portion is really hard. So you just accept this as a CD ripping stream and continue the tangent. See, maybe I should implement at least somewhat proper handling of index entries into my B-chunk rewrite in Rust. That would be really awesome if you could do that. I'm using B-chunk in this script, B-chunk, and I have to use it. Also, are you going to implement byte swap? Because that's a other interesting thing. If ripping is so hard, can you burn an exact copy using your script? No, it's impossible to burn an exact copy of any CD ever if you save it to a file first. It might be possible to use a SCSI controller with software like, I think Disk Juggler could support this, and this is how early Dreamcast piracy was done, because those were gigadiscs that were sort of CD compatible. If you can get 2 drives on the same bus to go from one to the other, and or maybe just through the controller and back, you could do it. But the thing is that you will lose sub-channel data when you try and make an exact copy of a disk if you save it to a file first, because there's no way of saving sub-channel data. So yeah, it's impossible. Burn was a bad word there, Felix. That was why. Let's see. It was a joke from the Xerox stream. You're trying to figure out what kind of keyboard he used. Yeah. Keyboard investigations. I have the serial keyboard back there, and I'm starting to get kind of itchy to try it. So probably do that at some point. That's going to add the complication of the HP 16500C though. So we might do a stream where I just poke around with that again to try and relearn how to use it, because it's been a while. But anyway, yeah, I'm using B-chunk to do this stuff, and it's weird. I think B-chunk can extract ISOs. Is that how? Yeah, extract ISO. Yeah. There were some things that I wished B-chunk could do, so now I'm really wishing I remembered more of that, so I could have you add some features. So make your B-chunk clone support talks. Do that. You'll be my hero. That'll help a lot. Okay, where was it? Weren't there some odd like Pioneer drives with custom firmware, custom software that could do more extensive burning? This was years ago. Possibly. So actually at the top of this script here, I have the ability to support different drivers for different drives, because I have some very interesting Pioneer CD changers that are SCSI that I've been using this with. Unfortunately, all of them fail to rip pre-gap data, so they are unusable. And all of them are very slow, too. Well, there's one that's 24x speed, but yeah, that's a different thing. All of them fail to read pre-gap data, so they're not usable for this, in my opinion. Because the whole reason I wrote this script is because I bought a CD changer, and I thought, oh, and it's SCSI, and I thought this would be awesome if I could just load a bunch of discs into this thing, and then rip them in bulk, swap them all out, keep on going, and then rip through my entire audio library like that. That was the whole point. And then it ballooned into insanity. And now I know all this nightmarish stuff about CDs. So, yeah. See, I wish local data storage evolved beyond Blu-rays with more layers in the H.265 codec. Not a fan of the cloud. Yeah, no, that part definitely sucks a lot. See, I've modded firmware on my external Blu-ray drive to get the encryption keys from the disc. That's awesome. I need to do that at some point because I really want to rip my Blu-rays. So, iSilent, I'm not sure. How about, oh, you're talking about SACDs, iSilent, aren't you? Yeah, they are cool. I have Downward Spiral, but that's a hybrid disc, and I haven't been able to listen to it. I think I could listen to hybrids. Actually, you know what? The way to rip SACDs, I believe, is a modded PS3. I haven't tried it yet myself, but I think that is a way of doing it. Because you need to have some weird decryption keys for SACD2, I believe. So, let's see here. I believe I was ripping Garth Brooks, the first 5-year CD collection on my PS3 Sony. Oh, yeah, you're doing exactly what I was talking about there. Sony ended support for the CD LD to get the CD information over the internet. I had to put all the information manually. Oh my gosh, I bet that was horrible with the game controller. Hopefully you're able to put them back on a PC before you can do that. Puddle Tag is a program I really like on Linux for doing ID3 tagging. Let's see. I got one warning when using your software to rip the weird multi-session disk. You got a warning. I don't know. Is it my warning? Can you put it in Discord? I'll have to look at it later because I closed Discord, but just do that, and I'll see what it is. Let's see. That's one heck of a feature creep. Yeah, really. The other thing is I got a device called a Mac SD around the same time. It's basically the SCSI to SD, but it supports CD audio. Mac SD is awesome. And it can mount bin queues. So I started adapting my CD ripping script to generate bin queues for game discs that have CD audio, like Pod or Sonic CD or Age of Empires, all sorts of games that use CD audio. This can work with to make it so that you can listen to game audio from an emulated disc, and it's really sweet. So that helped balloon this out of control. Wesley, thank you for the gifted sub. See, really hate that I have a DVD drive that spins. Hold on. I really hate that I have a DVD drive that spins backwards. Is that what they do? Is that why those are the ones that can rip GameCube and Wii discs? I didn't know that it spun backwards. That is weird. Okay. Now I kind of want one just because of that. I mean, I wanted one before, but soft modding a Wii to rip the Wii games is a little bit easier now. But man, I've wanted one of those really bad too. I actually own a, I think, yeah, the Blu-ray drive I own is one that can rip PS3 games, but I just soft modded my PS3 to rip my PS3 games. It was so much easier to do that. GitHub works. Yeah, you can do that, Vorpal Sword. See, I find it funny. I get ads for things I'll never buy, like an SUV, something I can't afford, don't want. Yeah, probably have containerization or something on if you're using Firefox or ad blocking or something. So I wish it was possible to mount bin queues on Linux. Well, do I have good news for you? There is a program for doing that. Linux, what is it? GCDU, I think that's it. Oh, what is it? There is a program for doing that, Hans. I can't remember what it is. I have it installed on my desktop at home, but I can just right-click a bin queue file and mount it. Boom, done. It's awesome. And then there's a GUI in the system tray. I can unmount it. It's great. I can't remember what it is. Oh man, what is it? Linux. GCD Emu, is that it? That sounds familiar. GCD Emu. That looks very familiar. There we go. Yeah, GCD Emu. Yeah, I think that's it. So Hans, there you go. Let's see. Software CD Emu, GCD Emu. Okay, okay. But yeah, that will work. So what about SimCity? Oh yeah, we ripped SimCity. Here it is. Tools, disk, rips, SimCity. Okay, there it is. There it is. The wolf wanted us to get back on track. So yeah, I have the files extracted for SimCity and then an ISO, which is just the data portion of a bin queue. So fun fact here, you can see the ISO is 29 megs, but the bin is 33 because the bin stores some of the extra error correction that was added on top of the sub-channel Nyquist whatever nonsense that audio CDs used. So there is a difference of about 10 or is it 15% data loss between a bin file and an ISO file because there is redundant data stored in there that's parity bits. Hilarious. Let's see, isn't there also CLI utils that rip bins and queues? Yes, CDR-DAO. That's what I'm using to power my script here. So I've also heard that while the yellow light of death is repairable, it's not a permanent solution system. Design pretty much ensures that it will fail again in 6 to 9 months. That is a Concern Taters game, but I have 3 PS3 Fats that have never had an issue, so I don't know how widespread that is. And I have backups. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. The yellow light of death is very strange. So, if you can't look up about the token caps, when they fail, they cause a, yeah, yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the PS3 stuff. I don't know. I've been using, there's a lot that goes into the PS3 stuff, actually. Like, I've been playing PS2 games on a PS3 Fat recently, and the general recommendation is to crank the fans on it because the PS2 emulation runs hotter than usual on them. Well, it's not an emulation, it's actually the PS3. So, or a PS2 inside. But yeah, it runs really hot for some reason. So the advice is to overclock the fan speeds. Yeah, it's all dumb. It's weird. Let's see, wasn't CDR when the Windows version? I don't remember. I don't use Windows. Have you played PS1 games on the Mister? I don't own a Mister. I don't really plan on getting one. I own all the original hardware, and if I don't want to play on that, I consider emulators to be fine. See, I run mine at 40% constant. Yeah. Let's see, have you found the typewriter OS? No, I haven't. And I have been advised that the 640 discs will not work on the 645, so I can't get that expensive listing anyway. We should probably get back on track. I'm thinking about it. I literally, here, we are 2.5 hours in, and I have a giant stack of games that I set aside, well, software, that I wanted to get to. You know what, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one more disk rip before we switch over to Windows for manuals because I really want to get this one done and upload it to archive.org. I can't remember, did I already? I don't think I did. Let me just double check really quick here. Where's the track even at? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Wesley. The track? Next expected disk. Oh, I messed up. There was a new line there. Let's see. I've been enjoying this layer upon layer of tangents. Yeah. Switch from KD Wayland to X11. Oh, that sounds awful. Radu, I do not. I reinstall. That's how. Oh, where's the track even at? Yeah, no, the train track's miles and miles away. We're on to completely different stuff. Let's see. Okay. I was going to check archive.org really quick. Archive.org. I just want to look at my uploads to see if I've actually put this up here. Stop making me so jealous, Wesley. Thank you, Helicroft. I'm just waiting for it to load right now. Okay, because I don't think I have put this up yet. Yeah, we're doing this today. We can finish this one before we reboot to Linux, because there's no manual in here. Okay. So the thing I want to rip here is something so rare, all right, and so weird and obscure that I had people at LTX asking me how, and it wasn't any of the vintage computers. It was a Windows 95 laptop that was playing a game, and that game is Hydro Thunder. This is a PC copy of the game Hydro Thunder, and it actually supports 3DFX cards, if I remember correctly. 3DFX graphics card right there, which is the same graphics card that the arcade machine uses. But this is a native PC copy of Hydro Thunder. And as far as I know, it was only distributed by Sold Out and only in Europe. So I actually had to import this, which is why the case got destroyed, because it went through the eBay global shipping program. Yeah, we're going to rip this and get that uploaded to archive.org. Now, I didn't buy this until fairly recently. There is a hacked version of the game that has a no CD crack, because this has CD protection, lame CD protection, but it does have it. So I'm actually probably going to include the cracked version as well. But yeah, this is a holy grail game for me to get. I very much like this game, and I'm happy to have a CD and to share it. So let's do that. CD case has been cracked, yeah. So it's a pain. Isn't every CD protection lame? Well, it will rip, yeah. Yeah, Horde, eBay, International Repackaging and Destroying Center, yep. So, yeah, J-Metal, the Dreamcast version is the one that most people are familiar with. If it's not that, it's the arcade version, which I've come this close to buying the full arcade machine. That's the 3 different pieces. This close. Someone beat me to it. Oh, man. I was so mad. So mad. Anyway, but yeah, the Dreamcast version is really good, but the PC version is, it's actually probably not as good as the PC version, but it's like the full thing. It's really nice. Look forward to my Quake 2 box I'm getting through global shipping program. I wish you best of luck. I'm Cat. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm gonna Hydro Thunder. Hydro. So I just go ahead and name this Hydro. Then the full description. Hydro Thunder. Boom. And then we will get rid of the blank line so it'll rip correctly. That's good. All right, rip it. Boom. See, expect no more box? Yeah, really. And that's if Customs doesn't find it interesting as well, because I've had them damage stuff. All right, while that's going, which is not going to be very long because it's a really, really small game. We're also going to use Entangle, and we're going to take a picture of the box and the label. We're going to do this for SimCity Network 2000 as well, so we're going to do both of these. So, my gosh, global shipping program item was packed with a huge amount of bubble wrap, and it's perfectly fine. Did it have to cross the Atlantic? Because I feel like that's usually where the problem happens. They give it to a bunch of drunk carrier pigeons to carry across there, apparently. From US to EU? That is surprising. Maybe our people know how to pack stuff. I don't know, because I've never had good luck with it. At least you got your money back? That's good. I didn't fight it too bad because the disc works, and yeah. So, what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I was gonna take pictures with an Entangle. And the camera is not plugged in because I unplugged it, so it would actually work with live view for posting on Twitter. Wow, there's 142 people here watching me sit around yammering about CDs. That's just impressive. Okay. Can't you replace the cracked CD case? I can, but unfortunately it's also torn, the label, just slightly. So, See, don't remind me of eBay 2 weeks ago. I bought some from the UK and the seller didn't provide tracking number. Oh man. I have something from Serbia that I'm still waiting on from so long ago. Man, when was that even? Good grief. It's been so long I keep forgetting that it should technically even be on the way. April. The problem is it's the only one I will ever find. Yeah, at least it wasn't expensive. Less than 30 bucks. So I'm just gonna keep rolling the dice and hopefully it gets here one day. I'm half tempted to email them and be like, hey, did you actually ship it or is it just sitting in your trunk? But there's gonna be a language barrier because it's from Serbia. So, all right, we're gonna use this setup. Boom. And let's do that. This is a good candidate for the glass plate. So I'm gonna grab that. See, is this the one that one's scratched? The other one's good. Maybe even clean. It's clean-ish. Last 5 packages of order from China mysteriously disappeared. That is some bad luck. All right. Oh, that works wonders. Let's get you guys back with the view of the stuff that you want to see. Boom. Okay. Say whatever you want about Chinese sellers. All the stuff I bought from them has arrived. I've not bought much. It has all arrived eventually. So, yeah. All right, so we have a couple of things we're doing here. I'm gonna grab this thing again. Boom, my handy dandy light box. Wrap it around the television. Bingo. Try and do this so I can get that. Push the TV further back. I think I can. Ooh, if any further back and it'll fall down. Pull the camera farther forward instead. Here we go. Zoom in to that. Think about turning off that light because I think it is managing to reflect down. That's a problem. Can I grab just that? That'll work, sort of. Okay. Let's see. Ever bring your setup to a collector's house? I am a collector. But no, transporting this amount of stuff is very difficult. So not generally, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, let's boom. All right, is this glass reflecting sides? Yeah, I'm getting reflections from that. Let me get a CPL. Hopefully I know where the one is that fits on that lens. It's been a little while. Hello, Isaac. Yeah, Isaac with 1A, since it's your first time chatting. See, that's not a filter. This is the lens that'll be going on that camera, though. Actually, you can't see anything. Let's do, boom, boom. This lens will be going onto the camera that's right there tomorrow for the filming. I have a Metabones speed booster adapter for my Nikon lenses that'll allow me to adapt those, come on, get on there, for use with it, so that I can have my Olympus lens that was ridiculously expensive on the camera that'll be close by. So. Oh, Isaac, I didn't answer your question. I am kind of doing a bunch of stuff right now. At the moment, we're working towards getting a manual document picture taken here. Well, actually, this is like an outer jacket for a DVD case because we're archiving software and boxes and manuals and stuff like that. So that is our current objective. And I'm trying to look for a camera thing I need right now to help take this picture a little better. So is this a 52? I think this is 52. So I need 52 millimeter CPL. The label's worn off. Doesn't look like a CPL. This one claims to be. Is that what's actually in there? That looks CPL-ish. CPL, 52 millimeter, and it's only slightly scratched. All right. Let's go with that. Unfortunately, my really nice CPL for my Blackmagic lens got absolutely trashed when I moved. On the bright side, it saved my expensive Olympus lens. So I don't have one of those right now because I haven't rebought it yet. Come on, thread on. There we go. All right, this is a magic filter for the camera. First off, it eliminates all the light, so it's really dark and hard to see anything. Look at how good it is at that job. Oh, you know, I wonder, with the weird lights I have, no, it's fine. Okay. So we're gonna have to adjust the exposure here to compensate. We can go super slow with this, though. It really doesn't matter. Okay, 1/5 of a second is apparently too slow for the live view. So it should, let me take a picture here so it'll focus. There we go. Thanks for rotating it. It should be possible for me to rotate the CPL and eliminate the reflection at the top. No. Okay, well that sucks. All right. Let's zoom out. How much space do I have to work with here? I think I'm just gonna have to bring this further away from the walls. This is my first time using the glass with the light box, so this is new to test and learn with. So the reflection is happening at the top, so if I tip it back, it won't be an issue. So maybe I can just do that. I get that a little closer and then just let it lean. That all looks good. Okay, let's get back in there. Boom. Try and reposition the camera a bit. Needs to go over. That's the wrong way. That way. Zoom it in a little more. I don't think I can go any higher. I'm going to try manually positioning it down here now. Unfortunately, the white piece that it's on is under the TV, so it's a little difficult. All right, there we go. That'll work. Okay, thought the keyboard battery died for a moment. Be annoying because it's brand new. All right. Okay. And picture. And perfect. That looks really, really good, actually. So open with. Oh, that works. I didn't know I could do that. All right. Man, that makes it so much easier. All right. Is that going to open the NEF? Ah, it is. Gross. No, I want to open the JPEG. What is tear off? What? See, I don't think it's a particular shipping company. So you remade the new scanner? Yeah, basically, but high res. That is kind of what happened there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to the Hydro Thunder. Okay, so this is the Hydro Thunder file set, so we can look into the content, so we can see the game here. I can actually go. I love this. There are different executables for each language rather than one like translatable thing. And then for each language, there's also a different executable set. So the language is hard coded and then they just repeat it. It's great, but we can actually run the English one here. So if we travel into that folder, line, Hydro Thunder here, boom, and bingo. Oh, that's, the capture's not working. That's interesting. Alt enter. Why does that not work? Alt enter. That's no fair. You can't see anything. Hold on. Those are a good reason to do dual streaming or dual PC streaming. But yeah, so Hydro Thunder running on the laptop. It's fantastic. This is demo mode. Graphics. Can I disable full screen here? I don't think so. Display. No. Also, I like how graphics direct 3D card. That's not voodoo. See, what DPI does the new scanner make of it? DPI is less than 300 on the 18 megapixel CZUR scanner I have here. How do I Alt F4 exit game, F2 options? There's a way of exiting full screen, I want to say. F3 is not. F4, no. F5, F6. There we go. I need to close this right now. Exit game. Exit game. I really need it to close. Okay, good. Okay. So if you saw that flickering thing there, I think it was outputting native 640 by 480 to the panel, and it was going to kill the panel if it ran like that for too long. Trying to look for evidence of flickering right now. So that's all sketchy. I need to not run old software through Wine on this system, apparently, because that's a thing. That's a very scary thing. Where is Twitch chat? Here we go. Is there some sort of interactive training video on that weird software CD in what? Oh, okay. But yeah, so there's all sorts of data here. There's a manual for it in Dutch. There you go, Helen Croft. Oh wait, you can't really see that. One moment. Capture. So there is all that. It's really annoying that there's a manual here that is very clearly designed to be put into a CD case, and I didn't get it. Cool. But yeah, so the English version I have is cracked. Let me grab that. So I think it's in this. Games. PC. I don't remember how I characterized it. Is it full no CD? Probably not. I don't think I put it in homebrew or indie, but it might be an indie. Let's see. Hydro Thunder, here it is. So I'm actually curious to open the two executables and see where they no-opt the CD check. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they did. Let's see. Data for the English exe, it's 996. Yeah, 996. So they must have just no-opt the executable. So let's open with other application. Oh wait, no, xddd was the easiest way to diff. So let's do this. I'm gonna go up a directory. I'm gonna copy this here. So it's gonna have to copy like a whole 5 megabytes from my server at home to do this. Oh, you know what? I can turn the other lights back on. Boom, now you can see me. We got our picture of the label, so we're good for right now. We don't need the glass for the SimCity 2000 box, and probably not the other stuff. Okay, so let's do... Oh my gosh, it's tanking the performance of Dolphin so bad. So let's do it this way. Alright, should stop in a moment with the terrible performance. Okay. Or is the computer just real angry after Hydro Thunder had its way with the display drivers? I'm not sure now. I may need to restart. Stuff is super not thrilled at the moment. Huh. Well, anyway, XDD, Hydro, exe, 2, OEM.txt. It's XD. Again, I messed this up. There we go. And then I will do H, boom, to no CD. Needs the, wait, what? Oh, the executable's been capitalized. Weird. Okay, now diff, OEM, no CD, boom, and here is where they will have hacked out the check. So that's gone. Actually, most of that line is gone. So I don't know what no-op codes look like here. I'm gonna guess 90 though. I'm gonna guess 90s and hex look like no-ops, and that's where they're bypassing the CD check. That's generally how you do a no CD crack, is the code that just looks for the CD verification. You just have it not do anything in that code and then return the one that it passed. So that's fun, but there's a difference. I really think I need to restart this thing now because it is very cranky. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the laptop. Maybe I can just close Dolphin, actually. That might do it. I don't know, though. Let's see. No, the whole thing's mad. No, I don't have all the x86 opcodes memorized, unfortunately. So I just go ahead and do sudo reboot. It's very unhappy. Man, we wasted so much time. Holy moly. 90 is indeed no op. Awesome. That's fun to figure out. All right, that's gonna go ahead and restart there. While that's going, fun fact, this optical drive I've got right there, boom, there's the box. I have that, and if that didn't end up working, I was prepared with iOmega Zip CD for external CD drive. Apparently I don't own any new modern optical drives, so I only have old ones, which, you know, feels appropriate. That's a 52X drive. That's fancy. I don't know what the DVD drive's max speed is with audio or CDs. 40, so this actually would be faster. Let's see, CD drive also has FireWire. Yeah, it actually says iLink right on it. Now I'm tempted to try and use it with the Sony Slim Top, because that would be kind of awesome. I have an iLink cable in there, but it's not, it doesn't have FireWire on one end and iLink on the other. It's iLink to iLink, so I'd actually have to get a FireWire to iLink connector. Yeah. See, happens when you get distracted a lot. Yeah. I need to not do that as much. Yep. We haven't even used the CZUR scanner, really. This was just kind of like wandering around doing whatever stream. I'll leave this out because I'm going to use that tomorrow. So you get an LG something or another external Blu-ray drive, can also read PS3 discs. Ooh, I didn't know there were any externals that could do that. That's nice. I haven't tried. How do you actually read a PS3 disc? Is there like some special tool, or you just put a disc in and then just like DD it to the hard drive? Because I have an LG internal drive that can, but I don't know how you do it. I haven't looked it up because I just soft modded the PS3 and I was like, well, that was actually really easy. You just visit a web browser, it breaks WebKit, boom, done. See, it was a great stream though. All right, let's see. I need to type in my login password. So let's see. I'll just look. There's the thing in there. You just use your preferred software to dump disk images. Are you serious? So I really could just DD it. Wow. Okay. Huh. That is surprising. Why did that keyboard work so well, man? Does the Keychron really just suck? Is that what this is? Like even this weird Microsoft Bluetooth keyboard works better. Man, that's annoying. All right. You know what? Give me a moment here. I might have an interesting Discord message. Okay, not yet. I will have to reply to that one later, though. Okay, what am I doing? We're going to do some, let's see. You're going out till Wolf? All right, I'll see you later. Just give me a moment. I'm reestablishing all the stuff here. DD won't work on PS3 discs. They're encrypted. Ah, okay. That's good to know. All right. So what are we doing? We're going to do the picture of the game. We're going to put that in there. I don't know what all this nonsense is. Okay, let's get rid of that. Split that. Pictures. Scans, no, capture, there we go. So I'm going to take that, and this is sorted by name? Why are there no nefs? That's wrong. Oh, they're sorted by names in the wrong direction. There we go. Why are there no JPEGs? Uh-oh, I don't like that. Last JPEG was that. So when I was doing white balance shenanigans, I must have changed my camera settings to not save JPEG plus RAW. Oops. Yeah, it's only saving RAW. Whoopsie. I don't want that. I want both because I want RAW, so I feel like later I'll go back and make really nice versions of these, but I know I won't. There we go, because it doesn't matter for something like this. But in general, I want to save JPEG plus RAW. Okay. Nope, not resolve. I want an entangle. Oops. All right, let's do this. Bingo. That was take a picture. Nope, that wasn't take a picture. I'm so out of it. Close that. Open this. Let's fix the things. There's lots of things that are now bleh. There's that. Turn that off. That looks good. Slightly crooked camera. Oh no, all the things. Why do I change things? Come on. It's difficult because the TV's on the thing I'm moving. There we go. Now we can retake that. Stop that. Take the picture. Still probably gonna think it's rotated. Oh no, got it correct. Sweet. All right, open with that, and I'm curious which one it opens. JPEG. Perfect. Okay. See, with the correct drive and firmware, they can be read like software disk burn. There are decryption tools. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I did it on the PS3, because the PS3 can just decrypt on the fly. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, is this actually Why is it so shaky? No, we need to reshoot that. That's not acceptable. Actually, we'll leave that. Do this. All right. I'm going to just wait a moment so that the table and camera and all the things don't shake, and then there we are. See how that one looks in GIMP, because it won't open there. Oh, this one, it opened the raw file. Why? Just open the JPEG. Or is the JPEG the first one? Is that how this works? There we go. Okay. That one's still shaky. Is that the same picture? All right, let's do it this way. J comes before R. Yeah, it's still shaky. What? Well, I don't. Oh, Commodore. For some reason, it's changing the order of these sometimes. At least I swear it does. Yeah, here we go. Nefs and then the JPEG. Oh wait, no, that's when it was missing. I don't know. It's changed the order on me. The movement of the camera arm. Yeah, but what's introducing the movement? Is it so bad that the SLR shutter opens? Do I need to do this? Leave it open and then have it take the picture while it's open so that it doesn't have to move it? I think it's still gonna do it though. Yeah, I think it probably even shook more there. Yeah, there we go. Nef, JPEG, JPEG, Nef. I don't know why. Is the arm mounted on your desk? It is. I'm sitting or moving my arms off of it and leaving it for a second before I try and take the picture. Well, that's the thing, is that I'm trying to back off of it first. I think the problem is that the arm is too long, is that the microscopic vibrations weren't floor mounted. That would be very, very difficult to do. Actually, I will disagree. I don't want it floor mounted unless I have a really stiff pole to put it on, because I think that the problems, I think that the problem is that the camera itself is shaking itself when it moves the shutter. Anti-grav mounts. Let me try this. I'm gonna bunch up a towel under it, maybe two, and try and get it to touch the television. And then see if that'll stabilize it on to the TV. CZUR probably gives quicker results, but I feel like something like along with a bunch of bash scripts is a missed opportunity. See, I wanted to make something like that, but that's really complicated to make. It's very difficult to make. But I really wanted to make something like that. Also, I need to close these. But yeah, Cerberus 2, I very much wanted to make something like that. It's just tough. Mount the manual on the arm, have the camera selfie the manual. I think that is gonna do it, actually. Let me realign it now. All right, so I'm gonna close, stop that. I'm gonna step away from it a little bit. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna be still. Oh, wait a moment. Picture. All right, now let's see. Of course it rotated it. Open with GIMP. GIMP will ask me about the rotation. We're going to keep the original. Boom. Ha! Dang it. I'm really surprised I didn't solve it. Yeah, it's going to have to be a flatbed scanner for stuff like this, isn't it? You know, that's a fair point there, Ohms. I'm pretty sure the file sorting is correct. Just now. Yeah, this file was taken just now, so they are correct. That one was the newest one. So, yeah, they are. What's wrong with flatbed? I don't have one. That's the problem. So, yeah. Although, you just made me remember 4 days ago I bought one and it hasn't been shipped yet. So that's concerning. I bought a second HP 4C that I lust after so much. And it comes with the controller card and everything, but I actually would probably connect it to the streaming PC because it has a SCSI card. Or I'm going to need Helen Croft's PCIe SCSI card to control it. They're available at every corner thrift store. That's really annoying. Oh, the RAW and JPEGs do share the file name. I'm not sure it looks shaky. It looks more like lens bleed. I'm pretty sure that's shake. I'm quite confident that that is shake. This lens is not amazing, but I don't think it's that bad. And that it's only in one axis, and that it's the axis of the shutter, tells me that it's probably that. Take a look, Scanjet 4600. If the 4C doesn't work out, I will look into other things. But I really, really want the 4C to work out. There are no plugins for cleaning up the image? Not quite like that. You have a SCSI cable to go from a 68-pin SCSI connector to the scanner? Probably. I have a ridiculous number of stupid things. Oh, unless you mean about in the streaming PC. I have a DB25 SCSI card in that system. It's got a PCI slot, so I have a SIG SCSI 2 controller in there. Just DB25, done. Your card is 68-pin. Ah, does it have the internal 50-pin IDC? Because I could work with that too. But I think I have a 68-pin to Centronics. Camera, or the scanner also has a DB25 port, so I can do either. So yours is a SCSI 3 controller then, though. That can introduce other issues. This is really annoying. I was not expecting to be defeated by this problem. I don't know how I'm going to solve this. I think I had noticed this in previous images, but they weren't as obvious as this. So internal is 50 and 68, external is 68 only. Okay. Because specifically with the Mac SD, I've tried using it with a 68-pin SCSI 3 controller and Adaptec 2940W, and it didn't work. And it's some weird termination thing, I'm guessing, or something else. I don't remember. Ooh, yeah, shorter shutter, higher ISO. You might be onto something epic. We'll try that in a moment. You can set the terminal for high and low bytes separately. I'll have to. I don't know. I'll experiment with it. I can try it on the 2940W that I have once it gets here, see if it works. I mean, I'm hoping that it works so badly. I want it to work. Oh my gosh, I want it to work so bad. But I have enough systems I can experiment with the stuff to see what works. All right, let's try changing shutter. That was shutter speed 80th. Let's make it fast. Let's make it like 200. Bump the ISO up. Oh, f-stop. Let's slam the f-stop down. Let's just try that straight up. Okay, just now. Open with GIMP. You want the DIY kit to solder? Sure. Yeah, I could do that. Slightly less wobble. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So we just got to get fast enough. Balance out the speed, the ISO, the aperture, all that stuff. Let me know where to send it. All right, I will DM you on Discord, my P.O. box. Increase ISO equals increased noise. Yeah, Mangenko Tech, I definitely know that. Very, very familiar with that. It's just gonna have to happen. That's why I lowered the aperture all the way first. So I actually didn't bump up the ISO at all, but we're at 640, which is not awesome. I could attempt to get more light in there, but we kind of already have a lot of light. Let's see what it looks like with some grading. So, not that. Let's do levels. Colors. Levels. You guys can't actually see this. Yeah, okay. So, bring it up to white. Bring it down to black. Okay. So, gamma's wrong. Boom. That looks about right. Okay, so with some correction, let's see what this looks like. You can also use multiple high ISO shots to use median noise reduction. I need to play around with that more, Commodore 256. I've actually saved a web page somewhere. I forget where it was now. I didn't save it very good then, did I? But there's a way you can use, I'm pretty sure it was ImageMagick, to do averaging between multiple samples of an image. And have it try and create a super resolution image, because the other thing is that you'll get slight differentiations in physical location when you retake the picture on the sensor, and then you can average that to create a higher resolution version. So I'd kind of want to play around with that at some point. G-Mic has median noise reduction. Interesting. Let's see, maybe the first test if the shake is fully gone as max shutter speed. Whoa, man, max is going to be a lot. Max is going to be really dark. It'll do 1/4000th. Boom. It's going to be pitch black. Yeah. we can try opening that. We'll probably do like 1/1000th after this. Colors, levels, let's just, perfect, yeah. Let's crank that. Oh, look at that lovely magenta. There we go, perfect. Yeah, we can probably check the shake. I'm not sure that we can really check the shake. I don't think there's enough detail left. Let's do that as slightly less. Let's go with 1/500th. Actually, what did I set it to? 1/200th? Now I forgot. Well, at least the metadata contains all that. Let's do 1/1000th. Click. Okay, now we'll have some actual pixel data to work with here. Boom. Actually, that won't work. Open with GIMP. Okay. Levels. Okay. Yeah, that's almost passable there. compared to this, which is current leading contender. There's that. That's not too bad. Shake is gone. That definitely confirmed shake is gone. It was at 200? Okay, thank you. So 200 looks like that. Was that really what I thought was good? Oh my gosh. So maybe we should do 500. We got to balance the ISO though. That's the problem. But yeah, this definitely. Oh, you know what? Honestly, that looks better. That looks better. Wow. Even with it being garbage, because there's so much less shake. Wow, really? That's irritating. Dang. That really makes such a bigger difference. Okay, how are we gonna cram more light in there? That's a tough one. So I can grab one of my video lights. Uh-oh. Camera is still on? It is. Okay, good. For giggles, right now the camera is using 33 watts. Really not that much, considering that's the camera, the audio recorder, and the LCD I have on the camera. Oh, this is going to be a pain to set up over there. Oh no, that could have gone bad. More light. Here is my not kidding around light. Boom. So we take that just out. We're gonna have all the white balance problems. 1/5000th will work now. We'll redo 1/1000th. Wow, that's all that it helped. We're gonna get it a lot closer though, but we got to make sure we don't get over it, because that's a problem. Okay, I think that's not over it, but let me get it slightly lower down. That's tough to tell. Let's do live. See what we get. Oh, definitely over. Let's go lower and tip it up. And I'll just bring it back a little bit. Okay. See, harvest all the stars light. We need every bit we can get. Yeah. So that's ISO 640 right there. We'll do 1600. See what we can get. All right. So white balance completely out the window. Absolutely gone entirely. I bet the TV is not even contributing anything at this point either. So we're gonna have multiple steps here. Actually, I can just click, bring that down. That, okay. Now, I'm going to, let's see, I need Windows, dockable dialogues, I need the histogram, boom, okay. Gonna bring this up here, and we're going to switch to RGB. And I really want to cut the dark off because that's so weirdly misbalanced, but whatever. All right. We're going to do colors, levels, and we're going to adjust these. Actually, let's do curves. I want to adjust these as color. So bring red down. Okay, now we need to bring blue up. Why scan when you have the power of the sun in a camera? Yeah. Okay, trying to balance the histogram with all the colors so that it looks right. Bring the blue back a little. Whoop, that was too much. That histogram is really slow. This is a pain. There we go. That'll work. Alright, we didn't balance the dark end, but whatever, this is fine for now. Levels. Okay, let's brighten it up a little more. Bring down the black, adjust gamma. And bingo. Let's see, is anyone normal have a tool to make a normal window scale 2x? That would be nice, but the only thing I know so far is just this, which is Windows key plus and minus. So, see, I thought Technician had a flatbed scanner, but missing the top. Also, is it too large to fit in the ADF? It's torn in the middle. So it's torn right here. The ADF would shred it. So yeah, no, that wouldn't be a good idea. Let's see. That's really good. But yeah, I do have an ADF. It's or the flatbed. It's. I'll just show you. I'll just grab it. I have it sitting over here. I thought I could use it. I did actually use it to scan the data general stuff, but it has multiple problems that make me not use it anymore. Let me just grab it. It's a shame because it's awesome. But no, I won't use it again. Oh, man. It's such a nice looking scanner too. Oh, I just realized we weren't full screen there. Sorry. Anyway, this thing smells hot because, yeah. This is my HP USB and SCSI ScanJet scanner. It is a, what's the dumb number? There's two numbers for these things. It's a C5195. Oh, wait, no, that's probably the ADF. It's a C7670A. I don't know what the actual ScanJet number is. This is a two-part scanner. It is both flatbed and ADF. Now, the thing about the ADF is, though, is if I can figure out how to remove it, should just kind of pop off the back. But thing about the ADF, look at that hard plastic. That's not right. It shouldn't be like that. Theoretically, I could take one of those pieces of foam board and glue it to this, though, and then this is a hinge that adds thickness, so you can put like something really thick in there, and then it can like flop down, it can lift straight up in parallel. The problem is that the sensor is bad on one side, and then the glass is dirty on the inside there. So it's actually not in very good shape. The glass is chipped, it's scratched and damaged in some places, and then the sensor is yellowed on one side for some reason that I don't know why. So even if I could put a white backing on here, which would take some effort, but it is possible, although that might cause focus issues for the flatbed or the ADF, which would make half the reason to use this thing not work. So yeah, I don't know, it's not a good one. It's not good anymore. It's not usable, unfortunately. Mostly because of the yellowing, which is a big problem. Yokai Katana, thank you for the tier 2 sub and for the 2nd month. Also, hello. So you scan it in sections of the flatbed, then stitch it back together. Oh, that sounds awful. I mean, it's possible, but it would be awful. I'd rather just get a bigger scanner. I mean, it's something I'll get eventually. It's just right now I thought this was going to work well. I thought this was going to work well and be easy. Here's the other... Okay, we haven't even got to the other reason that I want this to work. This is just a flat piece of paper. Obviously, this would do better in a scanner. The other reason that I wanted to use this setup... Let's go back to this software. All right. The other reason I wanted to use this... Oh, man, we got all the stuff messed up. That's even brighter. There. Switching is one click. Stitching is one click. Yeah, but then I have to use Windows again. I wanted to be able to take boxes like this, which have different thicknesses, and be able to scan those without weird issues. But then I also want to be able to scan or get pictures of the sides and the tops. And doing that on a scanner is really difficult. So the whole reason that I wanted this is to also have depth, in that I can change things like that. You were right. Man, this is really hard to manage all the stream stuff at once. Anyway, okay. Box, like the SimCity 2000 Network box. So I want to be able to put that down like this to get the front, but then be able to turn it onto the side and get something like that as well. And then the top, and to be able to go through those things. So it's a little harder to do that with a flatbed scanner, because how are you going to hold it up like that on a flatbed scanner without having like weird stuff holding it propped up like that, and then it's going to be slightly loose. So yeah, it's a pain. So hi JJ, and thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 5 months. Yeah, it is kind of crazy that it's been 5 months already. We need to play this game. Hydro Thunder. Oh, SimCity 2000 Network Edition. Yeah, it's an interesting game. It's unfortunate about the UI. So you scan every side and recreate the box in Blender. I actually want to look into seeing if archive.org does 3D modeling with UV texture mapping, because it would be really cool to be able to upload like a rotatable box thing. But yeah, so I'm still figuring out here what makes the most sense for what I have for the scanning, because right now I kind of like this solution for flat stuff, but I don't want to do a bunch of flat stuff this way. So I don't know, working it out still. Oh man. So I don't know, is that image that I already got of this good enough? So is Vaughn and Draga's one channel? Yeah, I did play this with Draga 1. So is this full bright there? Okay. Oh, you can really see the tear right there. So I might want to do a curve. This is the downside of GIMP as opposed to something like DaVinci Resolve. GIMP is a lossless editor, and it means that once you make a change, it's committed to it. You can't go modify that change. You can modify it if I was using Darktable, which is why you shoot with the NEFs, because those are raw and they're meant to work like that. So just clone stamp the tear. I mean, I could. I'm not going to actually correct that though. I'm going to leave that as is. So there we go. That looks a little better. Yeah, destructive editor. Yeah, that's... I don't know if that is the correct term, but I like that description. Okay, there we go. I think that's probably good. These are a little dark, but well, they're not that dark in person. Actually, that one really, really dark in picture. That did not come out well. I need a scanner. That's the solution. This is a big pain. I need a scanner. All right, so I'm gonna have to get a flatbed. Well, hopefully the HP4C actually shows up, but GIMP should get non-destructive editing soon. Is that a thing? Is that like actually happening? because that would be awesome. Yeah, all right. Man, 3 hours and 40 minutes. We have achieved none of the goals I wanted to. We've just successfully messed around more. Man, is archiving really this hard? Is this why people don't get this stuff done? Crazy. Oh, I'm only bringing this up because it was down there. I thought, oh, we're just gonna fly through all this archiving stuff. It's gonna be so easy. I'm just gonna have to reboot to Windows like 5 times to be able to go between the pictures and the manuals, and then we can go on to extra stuff. Because like I brought out this. This is a weird. Oh, you can't really see. One moment. That. Okay. And let's hide that so you can really see. This is a Gravis Exterminator. This is a force feedback game controller. This has a, if you have everything set up perfectly, yeah, I definitely don't though. I bought this for the Windows XP computer build and then ended up not using it because it's a little old and I just didn't want a game controller in the end. But this ball thing on here, like if I bring this over, then you can actually see it. This, is like a flight stick. There are motors that can move it around. It's on the Wikipedia entry for GIMP for future non-existent version. Okay. But anyway, this can push against your fingers with like force and stuff. And I have the manual and the drivers and everything in here, and I wanted to like rip all of this on stream, but I didn't get to because time. Anyway, so I discovered the same thing when archiving. It's tough. Finally, I had to make some compromises. I realized I'd never get anything done. My compromise is cutting the spine off. Put it off for years. Yeah, I'm not willing to cross that line with stuff. Also, I actually have an example of what that looks like. Not that it really matters. That I did not do. I will state this box is really weird to fold back together. It is a very, very strange box. The controller is super cool. I have 2 of them, but I bought that one it was supposed to be new. It was apparently not quite super new for the all-new Windows XP computer build. But I discovered I had this document. This is a TRS-80 Model 1 RS-232 serial adapter, and somebody else cut the spine, pretty obviously chopped it so that they could make a copy of it. So I meant to try and work this into the video on the CZUR scanners, like here's what you don't have to do, but yeah, it just didn't fit with how everything was going on with that. So yeah, let me get this out of here. I am getting ready to wrap this up. Let's see, as a roadmap, okay, that is cool. That they're gonna add that to GIMP. I really like that. That will make GIMP so awesome if they have non-destructive editing added. Wow, that would be incredible. So let's see, that's something I've been arguing with myself about. Archiving project I want to start working on someday. Yeah, I'm not cool with this. I don't like this. It'll make it a lot easier to scan this manual now, but I'm pretty sure this has probably already been scanned because TRS-80 RS-232C interface, definitely a common thing. Let's see, Shelby has to go do some work off stream to catch up. Yeah, really. Unfortunately, none of this, but some stuff. I don't know what yet. Probably just recover. These streams are exhausting. And I might even be coming in early for tomorrow's stream to film some mail video stuff, because off there where it's dark because the television's on. Come on, turn off. There we go. I got mail packages stacked up on my table to film a mail video. They got a bunch of stuff of that, a bunch of that stuff right now too. So it's so weird that this is just like magnetic and just like boop, boop, on, off. It seems so over-engineered. So you recently found a gamepad and a joystick for GamePort, both still sealed. Sweet. Definitely like that stuff. Oh man. See, do with a bandsaw. Ooh. Hey, magnets, how do they work? Yeah. Well, this one, it's like a 2-pin MagSafe. Like literally, I think they copied the MagSafe connector, but then only put in 2 pins. It's kind of hilarious. Although that one's trapezoid shaped. I don't think MagSafe is. Yeah. So, I don't know. We went over a bunch of stuff. I guess this stream ended up mostly being like an introduction to how horrible CD ripping is. Fuzzball Fury, hello, since it's your first time chatting, but I am actually starting to wind down the stream because I've been going for what'll probably be 4 hours by the time I end it. So, yeah. They sell those MagSafe type connectors on AliExpress. I am not surprised. I know they make a bunch of weird ones too for like USB-C cables and stuff. Thought it was a great stream mostly for the CD ripping stuff. Yeah, see that there's a lot still to go over with that. That's the thing. That's just really barely scratching the surface because we didn't get into ripping. I mentioned it, but I didn't demonstrate ripping pre-gap stuff, and then there's other things too. So yeah, it's a big deep hole. Yeah, so where are we at? We ripped 2 CDs that we actually wanted to. So we got Hydro Thunder ripped, and we got SimCity Network Edition ripped. I'll be honest, I already have a rip of Hydro Thunder at home. I did that the day I got it. That was the most important thing to me. So I already had that. I have an okay picture of the box. I don't think I'm going to accept that one long term. So I'm probably going to redo that once I get scanner. So, yay. We didn't even use the CZUR. It doesn't help. Well, we messed around with the CZUR on Linux. We burned a lot of time today. We burned a lot of time on just stuff, just random things. Here, Keith, you're very late. I'm about to end this, so yeah. Yeah, today was just kind of exploration and nonsense, I guess. So I really want. We haven't had like an actual accomplished stream in a while, though. It's starting to bug me. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe tomorrow we'll lay the groundwork for the serial keyboard video and play around with the HP 16500C some. After opening the camera. Let's be honest, opening the camera is not going to be a 4-hour stream, so it has to be something else that actually happens tomorrow, not just that. So yeah, maybe I'll dig out my logic analyzer. We'll play around with analyzing some serial stuff. There's some stuff I haven't done with the logic analyzer that I really need to look into. It has something called a symbols utility, which is for live decoding protocols, and I haven't had the opportunity to use it that much on that thing. So I would like to figure out how to decode RS-232 streams in real time, which will help a lot. So, BB be back okay right now? I don't know what that is. Sorry, Wesley. See, it may have been an unproductive stream, but it was fun. Well, I'm glad it was at least fun. It was tiring. That was a lot of talking for some reason. Oh, bite break. Is there one? Is there a bite break? Oh, I would prefer not, because I am trying to wind it down. If you have one you want to do, maybe save it for tomorrow. I do appreciate you asking. Okay. Yeah, I'd prefer not. So, yeah, but no, a whole lot to get into. So much nonsense with CD stuff. I probably didn't even pay attention. It probably burned like a whole good hour, didn't it? And then that burned an hour. We did 38 minutes before we even started. Yeah, we just wasted a lot of time. So, all right, let's wrap this up. Let's start to roll the outro. That's right. I have a hotkey for this now. Boom. All right, camera. Yo, appreciate y'all being here. This definitely did just wander all around. This was a very tangenty stream. This whole process as a whole is something with the CD stuff, it's quite obvious I've been working on for a long time in the background. And the scanner stuff, like the reason I own that flatbed scanner that I showed you that's bad is actually because I wanted to be able to scan boxes with it. It's part of how I know that it's really not suitable for that, because I've tried. This has been a long-term progress, but this thing, the CZUR scanner, really makes it more possible to do other stuff. So now it's just all kind of mixing up into a big archiving, scanning, disk ripping storm that I gotta figure out how to tame. This is getting out of hand. We need to refocus back onto some stuff. So yeah, see, SCSI card soldering stream in the future. Yes, yeah, I need to get you PO box address DM'd for that. So yeah. But yep, that was a lot of fun. Tomorrow we will be opening a second Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. Hopefully this arm will be able to hold it up. That would solve a whole lot of problems. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we've got that to look forward to. And then I will probably, we'll have the benefit of it being a frame rate controlled camera with the oscilloscope that we'll be looking at. So that'll be beneficial. So I will see you all tomorrow. If you're watching this on YouTube, I forgot to schedule the last several VODs, so that's actually getting delayed again. Oops. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, see more of these. If you want to catch it live, you can follow me on Twitch. But that is it for the moment, and I will see you next time. Now for cat print. That was the wrong button. This is the right one.